I'm gonna need you to get something. Girl, I'm gonna need you to eat, girl. We can't have you out here like soccer right now.
No, can't do that. Can't do that.
Host.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen,
Uh,
how y'all doing? It's
we
time once
live?
again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays.
You didn't start without her here.
She's going to get food.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first utmost thing that was going to happen. She was going to get food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have it. It's okay.
And I like starting episodes in the midst of a weird thing.
In the midst of chaos, apparently.
Yes, exactly. This time I had to manufacture it because y'all actually gave me a nice little space where I could have just introduced it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I killed enough time to where she was able to come back.
See the food.
I have food.
See?
I have it.
See?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I have a whole entree of pasta and chicken and garlic bread.
Okay.
See, she's ready to go now. She's carb loading for the show.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, yes, once again, it is time for Tech Talk Thursdays.
What's happening?
Look like a deer caught in headlights. You okay?
What? Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
I just did a whole bunch of head shaking, but not much.
Oh, I'm crying. I don't even know what's happening. I'm just doing my two-step.
Of course, doing the two-step over there, it's your boy, Kev. KKS Gaming in the building.
Hey, how's everybody doing? It's your boy.
Feeling all the feelings, but particularly one, just one, and you could see it all over his face. Sinziak is in the building.
Stips teeth.
This is actually iced tea, though. That's the thing.
Oh, how appropriate.
The tea connoisseur is in the building. And of course, carb loading for this Tech Talk Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Hideo Sanaka, the GOAT, is in the building.
No.
No. This pasta belongs to me.
This is mine.
It's all mine. How's everybody doing this week? How has your week been?
A mess.
Whew.
I mean, I know we got people just neglecting to eat, like they're on a hunger strike. Like, you know, they can only be fed organic food while in prison.
So I see we're on the same page. Okay.
And then they got the judge to say, you know what? Feed him his organic food. Like what?
Huh?
Privilege. Sorry. Not sorry.
That's what we doing? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Anywho, yeah. How's everybody doing this week?
You know,
Good.
This week has been a very weird thing for me. The beginning of the week was a hot mess. Like, I came into Monday, straight up slept through a meeting, and then my manager called me, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and keep it 100 with you. I was up real late last night for reasons, and I couldn't go to sleep until 4, and then I overslept through this meeting. So, yeah, there's that. And they were just like, you know what? You're right.
Carry on.
Please go to sleep early. But the next couple of days have been a thing where the world around me and its shenanigans are making me mad, but having the time to spend with my people is keeping me grounded.
Good.
That's what's up.
Good,
That's
good,
what's
good,
up.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Kev, how you been, buddy? How you been?
Oh, I'm good. Week has been pretty good. We had a bit like I say, Uncle was there. Uncle was there for it. We had a bit of a trolley experience. Turns out I didn't notice it, but Uncle did, and Uncle was letting me know about some shenanigans that person had did. But luckily, I don't know who got him. Jason Bourne. I don't know.
You talking about those accounts that were being created and following people?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like somebody like took my man out quietly, and because I knew it wasn't Twitch, so it was just kind of like, oh, he's gone. Okay.
Who?
This particular person was, I think it was like Alpha Lunar or something.
Oh,
And then,
yeah.
yeah, and then so it was like, then another one had followed me. Well,
But there are a whole bunch of things with like random words that either had XQC or Lunar and the bot name or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, that happened in the middle of Ooblets, and I was like blissfully unaware, and I was like, where? For real? Oh, okay. And so yeah, a lot of Pokemon. Streamlabs was acting up, and yeah, just kind of slowly watching the world try to unfuck itself. So while still trying to fuck itself. So it was
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna sit here and look at you and go, that's a whole lie.
yeah, it's like, I say, like, it's like, hey, let's unfuck the process. No, still fuck it. And so it, yeah, lots jumping off. But yeah, I'm pretty much good. Got my stimmy and waiting for more stimmy. So yeah, that's been my week.
I'm just gonna go on a limb and just assume that Anka's doing really great now that she has that the runner special going on down there.
I need to talk to y'all about how Anka was watching the drama unfold in Kamurocho and like trying to process all of those feelings about someone getting out of jail after 18 years and finding out like the whole world had moved on without them.
Kamurocho. Oh,
That was a movie. That was an entire movie that I just popped in and fought at specific points. Oh my gosh.
So are you enjoying Yakuza?
I am, but I'm kind of sad. It's making me cry so much.
Oh no.
Are you playing the first Yakuza?
No, Like a Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the Yakuza game that I finally actually play and finish.
Yeah, I need to play that. I have no excuse not to be playing any of the Yakuza games, but
yeah. I mean, especially they're all on Game Pass,
right.
And
the excuse why the reason why I don't have an excuse.
yeah, at least I tried the first Kiwami on PC, which is funny because I never bought any of the Yakuza games. I think I didn't buy it. I got Yakuza Kiwami on PS4 for free because that was like PlayStation. I think that was like a PlayStation Plus thing. And then it's on Game Pass, and I was like, well, at least let me see how it looks on my PC. And it looks really good on my PC. But then after a while, like I just couldn't. It was just kind of like, I like the story. I probably just watch like gameplay video of this because I really like the story. Like hand to my maker, I really like the story, but it's just like I'm gonna have to watch like gameplay of that.
Cool.
You know, get myself ready for Like a Dragon because I'm definitely gonna finish that. Mm-hmm. Just gonna play that.
It's real good.
Mm-hmm. What?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, just been chilling. Wanted to stream, but then just never really got around to it. Just wanted to play video games.
Ooh,
and then, of course,
dope.
everybody's favorite game allowed me to experience my first game-breaking bug in life.
What game is that?
Oh, of course, Cyberpunk.
Oh, right. Yeah, that game.
I got to a certain part, I died, and then when I came back, it put me in an infinite loop of death. It was like,
Yeah, might want to let that one like marinate a little bit.
Oh, I did. I left, went to do something else, came back, and was able to finish the level. But of course, I died in the same spot that second time. I was like, "Are we about to do this again?" Luckily,
no.
luckily it loaded properly that time, and I was able to finish it. But yeah, I was actually able to experience my first ever game-breaking bug, and I was like, "Oh, this is why people turn off video games." Never really understood it until now. This actually is quite annoying. Also, only to find out I didn't have to go that way. I was dying for nothing. So part of it was my fault, but you know.
You ever been running through a GTA map and then just fall through the map?
But see, those don't happen as often as it does in Cyberpunk. It is so bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, this is my second playthrough of that damn game.
Oof. Big
Look,
oof.
I heard that there were so many things that happened in that game if you actually play through the side content. So instead of trying to play it after I beat it, I figured, well, let me start over playing the side content. And yeah, that game is a lot. It actually is better if you play the side content because you just get things. They give you things that make this game so much easier. It's like, oh,
That's all right.
you don't give me cars and motorcycles and money and guns. Like, why didn't I do this? Yeah, okay.
There literally be some quests that I remember, especially when I played Witcher for a hot second, where it's just like if you just go off the beaten path and like do some of the side quests, you'll just be so. By the time you get to like main quest stuff, you'll be like, oh well, this main quest shit ain't hard. Why everybody so questioning? No, you basically beasted on like side quest stuff, so now you like basically like just like slapping. You just like basically just slapping fools across the room. Be like, bah, bah, bah. And you be like, it's so easy. Why everybody say it's so hard? So.
It is the best feeling. What's going on, Anansi and the dreaded champ? How y'all doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, champ.
So, CES was going on this week. There's so many things that are happening this week. What's like the show is packed with things.
I was not helpful this week. I was not, because everything made me mad, and I threw it into the group chat and said, we need to talk about this.
No,
I couldn't help it that so much of everybody to either tech or streaming. So that's, I don't know what to do about that.
Well, luckily, like, especially that dump you provided the other day, I was like, there was only one of them I did not have. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got the rest of it. Yep, see, I see you. I see you.
Oh, yeah.
I see you. So we'll get into those and many more. But I want to start off with this weird one because, again, I always assume it's just going to be a week, tech news week. Quibi got bought.
What? That 10-minute video thing?
Yes. They got
bought
bought
I knew
by
that was in the works. So who finally bought it?
Roku. For less than $100 million. They felt the need to emphasize that part.
Like how much? Like how much was it valued at when it came out? Like what? $6 billion?
I don't know, but it does not say it here.
Ooh, that was a fire sale.
So of course, like my question is like, are they going to keep the 10-minute vertical videos? Because like Roku is a TV thing. So am I going to watch like 10-minute vertical videos on my TV? Also, is that Roku app even on an Apple TV? Like, what are we doing here? I have no Roku devices in this house.
Well, AirPlay is on Roku TVs now, so.
But see, I need the inverse.
Yeah.
I need Roku on the thing on my Apple TV.
That would kind of defeat the purpose, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, unless
they
it's
got
like
original content. I want to watch original content.
That's true.
Unless Roku like builds like functionality into Quibi, into like because I feel like this is gonna be like if Roku bought it, Quibi is gonna be like its own exclusive thing. Like I think it'd probably be exclusive to that platform of apps. Like
I would say that's a bummer, but
I mean, it's not a bummer, but it's kind of like I would assume because I would say I would assume they would do that because of why else would they buy it?
Yeah.
To then say like, okay, yeah, like, and then would they like take that functionality because it had some place where it was like if you would watch it like in landscape mode, but if you turn into portrait mode, then there was something that like, oh, this person is looking on their phone. Let me see what they're looking at, and you turn into portrait mode, and you could actually see what was on the phone, and still hear the dialogue, and then you could turn it to back to landscape mode again. So it had some nice little functionality thing happening, which was pretty cool. But I don't know how would that translate to TV, because if it was like 10-minute, 6-minute, 10-minute content, a lot of that stuff is like, oh, I'm just waiting for, I'm on the elevator, let me watch a show, or I'm on the bus, let me watch this thing. But I don't know how they would translate on TV because YouTube, YouTube exists, and you can pretty much watch a well-documented thing for like 9 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, 9 minutes. Like I was looking at the story of like John Henry, wonderfully animated, and it was like 9 minutes. So, and it was free. So I don't know how would that work.
Wasn't
with
Quibi
Roku.
free?
No,
you had to pay a subscription to Quibi?
I think it was.
I think that's why I never got on there myself. I didn't want to pay for another streaming service.
Let me look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Quibi.
Yep, short form video subscription service.
Mm-hmm.
Since space.
Yeah, because somebody had to pay for that.
It's kind of like, on some level, at some point, we all wanted to be Vine.
I mean, part of me wonders, again, like, it's the whole thing of, would Quibi have succeeded if the world didn't get shut down?
No.
Around the time it launched?
No. It would have been longer. It would have lived a lot longer because of the panorama is not the panorama. But
I mean, not with every platform also trying to do the same thing, because you have like Reels coming out on Instagram. You had Twitter with that unfortunate naming and other things. Where it's kind of like, I mean, all right, I guess, go off, sis. Make sure you get your venture capital funding rounds or whatever, and then dip on out the market.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Like Z's not going to use it because they're going to be using like Snapchat and like TikTok,
right,
and Reels. So if they want to watch something funny on the bus, they already watching like TikTok. They already watching like TikTok and Twitter videos and whatnot.
But see, Quibi was doing like TV level stuff,
right? Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a Keith Sutherland show that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
It was something else.
Quinta had something on there, I think.
Yeah, Quinta.
Like everyone just like looked at all this stuff and went, okay, but did we care though?
No.
Hold on, let me check my Rolex.
Oh no, we didn't care. I think it would have lasted longer than it did,
but it still would have.
But it still would have died. Yeah, because once that novelty wears off,
But I think the question is, would it have lasted long enough for them to figure out what to pivot to? Because like, if you look at any startup, they never, like, if you look at them now as opposed to when they started, they never stayed the same. Like, even Twitter was a text messaging service before it became what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were able to send tweets through text messages.
Yeah, you used to have like SMS functions back when that was a thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I signed up for Twitter,
gave you a phone number that you could text to.
Yeah, and like you could actually get tweets through text messages.
Like
they would text you the tweets. Like I only signed up for Twitter to follow G4 when my laptop broke and I had to send it in. So every so often I would get texted a tweet from G4 about something that was happening in like gaming and tech.
Was that still a thing in 2008? Because that's when I got on Twitter.
No, I don't think so. I think that ended not too long after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time I got my computer back, so yeah, I'm turning off this tech shit. This is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah.
This was before. I think this was also before I got my smartphone. So wait, what? No, it had to have been after 2008 because I could have sworn I signed up for Twitter in 2009.
I just know I joined in middle school or something like that.
I don't know. It's been a while. Like I celebrated an anniversary recently. Because I signed up for like the second semester of whatever year in college, and yeah, it's been double digits. I don't know how long though.
Okay.
But yeah, like all these tech companies have pivoted from their original. So I'm wondering if there wasn't a pandemic and they realized that these 10-minute vertical videos weren't going to work, would Quibi have pivoted to something else, or would they have been bought before they went under? Or before they shut down the service? Because obviously they didn't go under. Quibi still existed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Mixer.
Yeah. I would.
I mean, Mixer wasn't Mixer's fault. Mixer was Microsoft's fault.
Yeah, Mixer was Microsoft's fault. Yeah, because it was.
They betrayed us.
They wanted Mixer to be on par with Twitch, but it really was. It really should have just been like a nice streaming platform. Like that was it. Like for the creators, voice the creators, and love on the creators. Instead of it being like, yo, we another Twitch. We got Ninja. We got Shroud. And then everybody promptly just left.
Y'all got left.
8 months. Yeah.
Well,
pretty much.
Pretty
much.
It was so nice to be able to stream straight from my Xbox without issue. I mean, you could do it with the Twitch app, but it just wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm. It was like, this platform is made for this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with Quib, I don't think I think Quib would have like still fallen out of favor, but I think
feel like it's just very it
took a longer.
You know how do I say this? The hipster version of a service never survives long. Let's compare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's take a step back from Quibi. Y'all remember Google Plus? Also known as hipster Facebook.
God, that interface was ugly. That thing was ugly.
Listen, Google knows two things: information and how to acquire Fitbit. They don't do design well. They hire other people for that.
Right.
And you want to know how you know they don't do design well? Look at the symbols for like the Google Suite now. I'm just saying. Yeah. That phone is blurred out for.
They don't. They just don't talk to each other. They don't talk to each other.
And this phone is like this phone is great, and I love it, and some of the features but this is fucking basic.
Look, you don't need so much.
But like I said, you don't need so much. But it's
granted, I do miss the old Pixel, like the Pixel 1 and Pixel 2 designs.
Mm-hmm.
I miss those.
Yeah. But I'm like, the whole like it just works. But yeah, just what Sid says, Google just really just like innovates through purchases. It's like,
for example, y'all remember Orkut?
Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
Oh boy, that was a time ago.
That was a minute.
I'm just like, once again, hipster versions of things don't survive long.
Yep.
That was
like, it's just one of those things. Like, it's just like super like niche in the back corner. You have to know a person who knows a person to get into the secret society in the basement, and it comes with a complimentary robe. Any services like that, it's just it doesn't last long. It just doesn't.
And the one thing I hated about Google Plus was Google Plus was like, instead of it being like Google's version of X and Google social network, like basically shoehorning all of Google into Google Plus, like YouTube Google Plus, like email Google Plus. And I'm like, I hated that. Like, I hated having to be I hated that.
But understanding they did that because Facebook, like, they came out and said that they want to be the internet. Facebook just wants to be the internet. If you give them enough space, time, and opportunity, Facebook's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, why does my Oculus? Yes, I understand Facebook owns Oculus, but why do I have to have a Facebook account to use my Oculus?
That doesn't make any sense.
It does not. But here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Again, given enough space, time, and opportunity, a lot like these tech companies are going to do it. Apple is doing it. Google, for the most part, is the best at it.
Yeah.
Like, sure, the social network aspect of it didn't work, and it's a thing of like, do good at the things you're good at. Don't
right.
And even into Google, I mean, Gmail's still here, so that's something.
Yeah, it's something. But, like if there was like a Google profile and ability to be able to like Google as its own platform and then connecting to it, that's fine. But Google as like a fucking social network, that was dumb.
Yeah, like. And see, they had that before they had this profile stuff in here, or at least they had the profile, but it wasn't as built out as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quite frankly, like I put out a tweet like, I tried Apple Music compared to YouTube Music, and YouTube Music is so much better, and I think it's because of the fact that Google knows so much fucking shit about me, they can recommend music for me better than Apple can.
The algorithm.
Yeah, the all-knowing algorithm. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's weird. Things are weird. Social networks, people should just stick to what they're good at. Maybe that's what Quibi is, just 10-minute vertical videos. Now that they've got someone who's paying the bills, maybe they can make better ones.
Well, people keep saying, like, it's vertical videos, but I mean, here's the thing. We can draw a straight line to what it was trying to replicate as a service.
Right.
And it's one of those, first thing, it's a hipster service, but two, it was also a service that would try to replicate something that wasn't even for the audience they made it for. Quibi wasn't for, like, people even our age, TV age.
I just don't understand why people want to watch vertical videos.
I mean,
I
things like
that.
I mean, that's a Vine. The thing is, that is a Vine thing. That was whatever Vine 2.0 would have been. That's what things like Reels are. The idea is that they're vertical, but they're vertical because it's stuff that's meant to be either made on or experienced on a phone.
Right.
Right? When you get outside of, hey, we're making this for people who are on the go and want to make like random like sketch comedy or whatever it else that is that they're doing for people on phones, and they're just like, we want to introduce the world to vertical video. I'm not watching vertical video on my landscape and not portrait oriented like computer screen that I'm sitting in front of. Like, I'm trying to watch this on my phone. Is that who you're making it for? Well, no, we were just thinking that we wanted to make a cinematic experience that you would watch on a no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm already against like sitting there trying to watch cinematic experiences on mobile devices. Like a tablet's pushing it, and like I understand like the use cases for a tablet, but like why? I only have Netflix installed on my phone if I need to do something with Netflix on it. I'm not watching Netflix on my phone. That is
and when people
dumb.
are just like,
That
they
is a
want to
waste
watch
of fucking
Netflix on their
time.
phone. It's like I'm trying to watch things while I'm on lunch break at work because they can't set up a whole television. And even then, you take your phone and you do this. So,
just
Hey, I be watching Netflix and Hulu on my phone sometimes.
I'll be on. You
can get a $100 Amazon tablet.
I'll be on the commode.
Oh, wait,
I watch
tell you what.
Crunchyroll. It's cool.
Tell you what, I got y'all. So I got one of these things for Christmas. Y'all are ready. Y'all are ready.
Yo, I dead ass want one of those.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I want one of those, dude. I won't be one of them. Listen,
Not major week.
see, I want like the clamp. See, I want like clamped one where I can just like clamp it on like places where my phone is, and then just like, oh, I'm gonna watch. Especially when it comes to like streaming, so I can be like stream on my phone and then cook at the same time.
You know what?
But then,
I'm gonna need you to send me a link to that.
I mean, sure. I just got it. I just got it for Christmas, but I'll see if I can find a link to this.
Yeah,
I was like, well, I thought you would
know what I'm about to do.
Someone was out here like legit. Oh, well, we know that you stream, so we thought you'd like this. I'm like, the perspective on this does not do very well for streaming, but okay. I appreciate the fact that y'all did this. I'm just basically going to sit here in bed watching things while I'm lying down because that's what this is for. This is me sitting there casually with something and just relaxing while I watch things.
I'm glad you said that somebody else had that thought of using it to stream because that was immediately the first thought I had.
That's what I used to do my when I used to stream on Periscope, I would have it was like hard for me to like hold. I would do like grill streams, like I would have the grill on, and then I would like throw some meat on, and then I just would have like Periscope on streaming it, and that would have been really great to have like around my neck and like sitting nice and flush with it, so they could see me so they could see my grilling. And I can sit back and talk to y'all.
Like, I'm actually planning on. I'm looking into making biscuits. It's something I've always wanted to do when I get a good kitchen. So I want to make some biscuits in this kitchen. I don't know why. I'm just fascinated with just the idea of making biscuits right now.
Biscuits are dope.
They're very dope, and I want to see if I can make a delicious biscuit. So having that will be great for kind of like a cut the POV of what I'm doing on the counter. Yeah. So like. That's why I love dumb shit like this. Because the fact is, like, you can sit there, like, it was made for one thing, but you can fashion it, you can remix it into something else. And it's like, I'm just like so excited about the possibilities of it. It's just, but man, we are getting way off topic.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Roku bought Quibi.
Yeah, we finished Quibi a long time ago.
Yeah, look.
Let's talk about some other.
All right. This might be good news, but only because of the fact that, you know, it took them forever to do it. And obviously for some people, it's not good news, but we're going to get to this anyway.
This man.
Twitter permanently suspends Trump's account over risk of further violence.
But then the guy was like,
No, wait. That's probably a separate article. Let's take one bite at a time here.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's look. I'll put up the whole list here. No, it's not. No, because I figured once we talked about Jack, like we just lump it into that, so I didn't make a second one. So we're good. Have at it.
Okay.
Well, let me go off, sis. Because as usual for this one, I have thoughts, and I want to be the last one to say something because I have a lot to say.
I just don't get. You know, Kev, did you share that with us?
With that one?
That tweet? Did somebody share it?
I think I did.
Yeah, why do something that was clearly the right thing to do, but then second guess yourself?
No. I didn't do that one. I did the one where he got banned. I think Sin did that.
Hold on.
Yes, because I was bad about it.
I'm looking for it. There we go.
Don't let me take credit on that. Don't let me steal your thunder. You can do that, man. Come on.
No, I'm gonna let you. Like, I'm not fighting with y'all. We're having this discussion together. It's fine.
There we go. All right. So we have a contest.
Was this correct? What do you mean was this correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, still counting. Give me a second. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 tweet thread that was an entire waste of time.
Yeah, it was.
An entire waste of time. You wasted 13 tweets of my time. And the first part of this, allow me to read everybody this quote for context. I do not celebrate or feel pride in our having to ban Donald Trump from Twitter or how we got here. After a clear warning that we take this action, we made a decision with the best information we had based on threats to physical safety, both on and off Twitter. Was this correct? I believe this was the right decision for Twitter. We faced an extraordinary and untenable circumstance, forcing us to focus all our actions on public safety. Offline harm as a result of online speech is demonstrably real and what drives our policy and enforcement above all. And then decided to go, but the public conversation. What if people don't learn things? What if they don't, get to, like the information that could make them a better person? Y'all, it's
From the
2020.
account.
Y'all have had people like basically considering the body count. If you haven't learned that you want to be a better person by now, you're not going to.
Yeah. It's like it's
some
some pretentious shit. It's some pretentious shit for him to think that his platform is the best place for that. Like, where else will anybody ever get this information from? Like, clearly, Twitter is the only thing out there, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, it's one of those, I don't feel pride in our having to ban this person who summoned people to, incited people to like literal insurrection.
You don't see Zuckerberg doing the whole like paragraph talking about it. He just banned his ass.
Because he wrote whole paragraphs justifying why he was there in the first place.
I mean, honestly speaking, do you want that tea? Because the tea is they're still serving up like ads for tactical gear and other things, knowing that people are trying to get into this next week on Facebook.
When I tell you, when I tell you, whew.
Remember last week when I was just kind of very upset about all of these tech companies acting like they got a little bit of buck in their system right before this, inauguration was about to happen and starting to do the right thing. And how I didn't want to give them any points for anything. This is why I don't, it's a shame that we had to bitch insurrection is happening.
Took a whole riot.
Organizing that on your platform. If anything, you didn't want to be the odd person out and like called out for supporting racist when literally Okta was like, nah, y'all can just be disconnected. That's cool.
Well,
yeah, that's the way I see it.
So it's a combination of all of y'all milquetoast out here, but then some of y'all just didn't want to be seen as the person not doing things.
I mean, also there's the fact of, oh wait, well he's not going to be president anymore, which means all that money is not going to be coming in. We can afford to lose him now.
And all it took was a lost election and a riot. A riot.
And this is where I want to look at people and it's just like, I need y'all to understand that these people are not loyal to you.
They loyal where the money resides. Literally.
I just do the dance because I don't want to get demonetized by my man. He look like he might come for me, so I'm just gonna be like,
oh my goodness. But yeah.
It's infuriating because you weren't here for any bit of this during the BLM protests or anything else like that. You weren't here for enforcing all this stuff then, but the same person who caused this also caused all of that. And these people were allowed to be loud and wrong and racist, sexist, fascist, and everything else on your platform. And you didn't want to enforce shit then, didn't have a word to say, didn't want to be seen, nothing. But then you want to show up a week before inaugurations from whatever mountain of enlightenment you happen to be on to go, it is unfortunate that we had to take this course of action, but I think that beyond this moment, I have thoughts and I cannot say them because it literally violates the terms of service of this platform, which honestly, considering the way they enforce them, I shouldn't be afraid of violating.
It's like, dude, are you trying to like, are you talking about banning Donald Trump? Are you talking about like Captain Picard and Riker having to decide if they want to like self-destruct the Enterprise, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like some gobbledygook from like a science fiction show. Like, did we do the best we could? Did we weigh out the risks? We tried. It's like somebody trying to figure out if they're trying to break the Prime Directive. It's like, do we intervene or do we not? What? Yeah.
It's like the difference between you going, should we put a serial murderer in jail? But you're describing it like, well, you know something? Yeah. Both of y'all were like 5-year-old children fighting over the ball. And eventually, because y'all couldn't come to an agreement, we had to take the ball away. I hate this. This hurts me more than it hurts you. We're talking about literal people walking in with weaponry and explosives.
Yeah,
with the intent to kidnap and harm, like
this
people,
is
the leadership of the country. Y'all,
the way they're acting out here, it's almost like Jared Leto when he came back from off of his mountain cult walk or whatever he was on.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, it's like, oh wait, there's a pandemic happening. It's like Jack looked like he came off of that trip. It's like, wait, there's racism in America. When did this happen? I was on a mountain.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you're not trying to like. It's very simple. It's very simple. You know, it's like you're not like wrecking the Prime Directive by doing what you're doing. You're basically we all agree with one voice that my man does not need to be on the platform. It's like, no, you don't need to be on the platform. It's not like we're trying to figure out, okay, what's context, what's clues. My man was starting a riot. He called people to Washington. People got flights. And got there.
What really gets me too, and I just thought about this. They banned his personal account. Not POTUS. POTUS still exists. He tried to use it and they deleted those tweets, but they banned his personal account. Since Twitter was a thing, only 2 presidents have been in office. Well, no, because Bush was also in office when Twitter started, but only 2 presidents have ever used it. Right. And that was Obama and Trump.
Right.
Obama, like, they created POTUS for, presidential communications. Maybe Barack wrote a tweet or 2. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll tell you what they do. It's a dedicated account that's called POTUS, but when that president retires, that account has a name change and it's appended with the number president they are. So if you wanted to see what they said in archive on that account, you could. If you wanted to see, for example, what Obama said while he was president, you would look up POTUS 44.
Right. That's what they do. They add they basically add they basically like, it's almost like they block off the word POTUS.
So my whole thing is like, they never stopped him from tweeting if the president wanted to get the message out.
Right.
There's still POTUS. They tried to get him to use POTUS. I'm glad he refused to, but they blocked his personal Twitter account, which means they're not censoring the president. Also, just from a constitutional standpoint, they're not censoring him. They are removing a toxic person from the platform, which they have every legal right to do as a private company. The things that that Republicans fought to say that there were people, friends. How do y'all not understand how the law works when you fight for them, but it doesn't?
They don't read.
That's what
they don't read.
They don't read. But here's the wild part. You remember when like Trump was like talking smack about like Section 230? Be like, repeal Section 230. If he had repealed it, then they would have been like, if he'd have said anything untoward, they would have banned everything and everybody who said it. They would have banned everybody. He would have been, by him getting his wish, he would have got banned faster. He would have been like, as soon as he posted a rogue tweet, somebody would have been like, report. Well, he reported you.
Yeah, sorry, we were trying to avoid a lawsuit that you said we would suffer if, problematic people, posted it, and there's in a lawsuit. Yep, nah, we good.
Yep. He would have been banned faster. But because of 230, he was so protected because of that. he was so protected. But it just so happens, like insurrections, they were like, yeah, that goes beyond the pale. That truly fucks with the TOS. And so, according to the TOS, they were like, yo, get my man's off of it. And just as you said, Major, because he was posting on his personal page, they were like, oh, we got no problem. We got no qualms about that. Yeet, and he was out.
No problem.
Also, I want to point out too, all these Republicans are out here crying censorship, and also instead of condemning the acts that happened on the Capitol last week, trying to distance themselves away from that, say, hey, y'all were wrong, and this was a free and fair election, and your president lied to you. They're out here complaining on Fox News, OAN, Newsmax. Yesterday, I had, when they canceled the president, because they using cancel, when they canceled the president, I lost 20,000 Twitter followers. Motherfucker, 5 people died at the Capitol because y'all sitting there spreading false information. You worried about 20,000 fucking Twitter followers.
Wait.
They probably were Russian bots, though. So.
No. Let's talk about it.
Also, before he goes any further, I'm also mad that Sam is still wearing that phone.
Nah, keep it going.
No, look.
Give me a second.
I'm loving the energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
also before we go any further, let's not forget about Sis that they did suspend because she was defending herself. But
It's powered up.
Shaking my hair.
It's powering up. Look at him. Just see the power levels rising. It's over 9,000.
He's adjusting the mic. He's making sure the angles is correct.
He's ready. Looking ready.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I'm
Look, we got fill in all this audio for the audio listeners.
No,
we got to do the play-by-play. He's running back. He's getting a running start.
He's got. No, I'm sorry. He's got Carmack.
Look, you can't do that. Look, you can't spit that hot fire with them chapped lips, man.
Yeah,
gotta get good moist.
Gotta make sure his lips are kissable soft. He's gotta make sure he's ready.
I'm gonna say the same thing to y'all about this whole thing with Twitter followers that I would say to content creators and just people everywhere. If the moment that you take action to be anti-racist and anti-fascist and other terrible things, people start disappearing, whether virtually or in real life, consider that many people that subscribe to that trash followed you enough to notice. If you lost 20,000 people and the people that they're purging are all people who literally are just like, one, we're going to tie people up and do terrible things to them while they're over there counting votes because we tried to gerrymander y'all to death and it worked out in your favor anyway. If it's literally people who are like literal Nazis, if that's happening, literal racists, literal like LGBT phobic people, if you notice your follower counting dropping when you just go, y'all need to leave LGBTQIA plus people alone and mind your business. If you notice that being like openly like, hey, if you're racist, I need you to stop talking to me, people stop talking to you, consider not coming at people and being like, I can't believe y'all did this to me. You lost 20,000 people because Twitter said we didn't want racist and people committing sedition on the platform. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Sounds like a bop to me. I love that song.
I love this.
That is a word.
Imagine. That's like me being like, I had a black friend and my family stopped talking to me. Consider. Something. And then looking at me like, something, if you weren't as black as you were, maybe my family would still be talking to me. My good bitch. What we're not going to do is this today. We're not
on this land. on this land.
Ooh, which y'all not gonna do today. Like, there's a whole Jeopardy category here. It is both the first round and double Jeopardy
Yes.
of what we're not finna do. That whole column is me right now. Okay, not
That's
doing
right.
it. Not doing
Right.
it.
I say. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That's right.
I'll take 5,000 for what the is.
Like, I'm both of those categories, and I have the daily double twice in that category.
I'll take-
Run off here if you want to.
I'll take white tears for $2,000.
Wow. Also, shout out to Jeopardy doing their first season without Alex Trebek this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
A moment of silence. All right.
So yeah, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, they all banned Trump from their platforms.
You know what was
Hold
really
on,
funny?
I need to wait, and I feel like this needs to be said. Now that we've done it, y'all can't undo it. You realize these people are going to continue on the fuckery for until the end of time on their bullshit. Now you have to stick to what you enforced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to mention when you tried to like ban TikTok, but TikTok bans you.
Wow.
Think about that. Think about that. I can't take credit for that. But think about that. I can't take credit for that. I see that on Twitter. But still, yo.
Y'all out here playing checkers. They playing Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War.
No. I've been playing chess all my life. I ain't know what is this checkers. I've been playing 3-dimensional chess from TNG plus trust.
Ooh. Speaking of platforms that are banning, what about platforms that are banned?
Parler.
Parler's gone.
And they're trying to sue Amazon for
Look at
their
that.
services.
Parler app and website.
Like, well, you could try.
So Parler app and website go offline. CEO blames Apple and Google for destroying the company. Oh, and Amazon.
Destroying what?
Whoa.
Wait. Stop. Time out.
Hold up.
Who's blaming what for whom? Who's upset? Is it Parler?
Yes.
White supremacists are bad at society for not tolerating their bigotry.
Hold on. Let's go ahead and run that back real quick.
Okay.
So what we have here, I'm feeling the bass here and the beat of this little bop. What we got here is we made a platform for people to be shitty. Then people found out we were being shitty and said, hey, y'all can be shitty if you want to, but not using our services.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that for all of that money you have and all of that collective bargaining power y'all couldn't get your own server. Sucks for you.
Ooh, listen. This song's a bop, man.
So
can we just start playing this at the cookout in rotation on this playlist?
What's really odd about all of this, because I was watching this play out over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that
I'm surprised
Apple...
that the temperature hasn't dropped like 10 degrees with all this snow I'm seeing.
Well, what's weird is Apple actually was lenient to Parler as opposed to Google. Now, Google, I will still say it's more of a Wild West than Apple is.
Yes.
Google removed Parler immediately.
Yes.
Immediately.
Apple gave them 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Gave him some time.
They gave him time. Apple would have been like, no, we moved them yesterday. Apple's normally the first to move.
Like Tim was like, I'm gonna give y'all. Tim was like, I'm gonna give y'all like a few times to like get your stuff together. Sundog was like to say, the hell you ain't. Fuck out of here.
Tim was having one of those classic white reactions of, I can't believe that they would do this. I just need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Sundar as a person of color.
I have to do this, but you know what? We're just gonna have to go on ahead and ban those accounts.
Sundar as a person of color was like, it's a no for me.
We're good.
We're good. I ain't gonna be the one. I ain't giving them no time.
Said that ain't it.
I'm gonna give them a 2-day notice. They out today.
But what gets me though is like just this whole cascade of things that happen with Parler, like being removed, like being delisted from app stores. But what got me was Amazon. You know what? We're gonna take server space. Like fuck you. Just no. That's
Daddy
what gets
Bezos
me as somebody who works with servers. It's like, I'll just take your whole ass computer. Like fuck you.
Throws it out the window.
Look, we got the hard drive. We actually just have the hard drives. Just fuck you. We don't know where your dad at now. Fuck.
Where that hammer at?
It'd be like it's like Bezos is like Galactus and just holding like the world in his palm and just being like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with this crunch.
Yeah, I believe he like his money has given him strength. He could just crush the hard drive and say it's an SSD. He just snapped it. Just took out the NVMe. He's like, well, fuck this.
Pretty much. Like, nah, we ain't having it.
Like he found the whole U-mount. He found the whole U-mount, one U-mount server. Like, forget whatever websites was on it. He just destroyed the whole thing. He just migrated everything else.
Like Thanos in Endgame. like Thanos in Endgame. Like talk about shoot them, but sire, our own troops are in the way. Shoot them.
Look, Amazon Luna, and didn't Twitch go offline for a bit?
That was why. I was like, we need to turn this bad boy out for a while.
Oh my god.
We need to turn it off. Get this thing on here.
The CEO want to blame these companies. Said, no, motherfucker. You need to blame all these motherfuckers on your damn platform who try to overthrow the U.S. government.
They all got the same characteristics. They like to blame everybody else for their idiotic actions.
Everybody but the white supremacists.
Right.
It's like, the ones that are really causing you problems. Them? No, not them. Okay.
No, not you. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah. It's like everybody but the white supremacists. Jeez. Louise.
Parler Chief Executive John Matz posted on his service late Saturday that Amazon had informed him it will no longer host his service on its Amazon Web Services platform. Quote, this was a coordinated attack. That's a poor choice of words.
Oh, that's a very poor choice of words.
This was a coordinated attack by the tech giants to kill competition in the marketplace. What is Amazon competing with you on? We just said that Google doesn't have a social network. Apple doesn't have one. Who's competing?
Nobody.
Matz wrote, adding that his service had become, quote, too successful too fast. Amongst white supremacists and bigots, but sure.
Yeah.
He didn't initially address his platform's comparatively lax moderation rules or its use by extremists ahead of the Capitol Hill riot. He also did mention increased concerns that social media apps, including Parler, were being used to organize another attack in the coming weeks.
Not only that, but their security was so subpar.
We'll get to that. That's in here too. Separate article for that one. That one's even more hilarious.
I think I know what you're talking about, but yes.
Every vendor from text message services to email providers to our lawyers all ditched us too on the same day.
They dropped them like hot rocks.
I need y'all to we're gonna, something, we said this last week and we're gonna say this again. You're like, after a certain point, your privilege only goes so far.
So far. The rubber has to hit the road, and y'all on the bare rims. I don't know.
No, well, I mean, some rubber has to hit the road, and some of y'all don't have. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's a point at which your tax bracket actually matters.
They ain't got no tread on their tire at this point.
I'm telling you, they on the rims. Sparks.
Businesses aren't your friends. If it hurts their image more than it helps them to like have you on their platform, they have no problem with throwing you away. Learn from your Black and otherwise marginalized friends.
Well.
Apparently, y'all didn't.
Try to tell you.
Quote, they all work together to make sure at the same time we would lose access to not only our apps, but they're actually shutting all of our servers off tonight off the internet. They made an attempt to not only kill the app, but to actually destroy the entire company. And it's not just these three companies. Every vendor from text message services to email providers to our lawyers all dish us to on the same day. I don't think this many people talk to each other. No amount of this is right. No, it's the fact that everybody just, again, walked off the same mountain that Jared Leto and Jack walked off. It's like, oh, wait, this is a racist platform. Maybe we shouldn't associate with this. And they all walked off the same day.
Well, like, see, and here's the other thing, too. Like, I need you to think about something for a second. Imagine you not doing your due diligence in the systems that you use, and then knowing that you're over here posting some real shit that you had to have a whole separate platform for because literally no other place would abide your terms of service, and then not planning for risk and all these other things. You know, it takes some kind of raw audacity for these white supremacist people to assume that the world just works the way they want it to, because it does, and that there is absolutely no risk of failure. Every single bad thing that has happened this week openly to white supremacists has been built on the premise that I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do, and there should be no consequences. And then consequences was like, hey, boo, what's happening?
I was thinking like you went to tell.
What was it that woman said? They're shooting at us. They should be shooting at the BLM protesters. They're shooting at patriots.
It's like what Picard says in like First Impact. It says the line must be drawn here, this far, no further. Like, bow. When you hit the line, that line, you ain't going no further than that line. It's like you've basically ran all your privilege out. You're basically,
it's one of those things that it's also down. The people who did not realize their time is up. Like, those companies had to abide stuff because they didn't want to have to deal with, quote unquote, a president who's going to like cause all this nonsense and whatever for them. And suddenly, with him on the way out the door, you thought they were going to ban him, but that you were safe. Oh, you cute.
Them consequences showed up like the rest of the Avengers did in the Endgame.
We're like, Cap on your left. Doom, doom. I'm like, the Wakandans are here. The Asgardians are here. The people are here. Like,
well, this was a coordinated attack to take down me, Thanos.
And imagine blaming companies because you can't imagine a world where your opinion isn't welcome.
That part.
Well,
imagine.
Parler's got
and
more.
People told you so and didn't decide to put up with you.
Well, Parler has more problems than not being able to access the internet.
Oh boy!
Before they went offline, they had a massive leak problem too.
Yeah, they did.
70 terabytes. I wish I had access to 70 terabytes of anything. I don't even know how I would save this data if I tried to download it. 70 terabytes of Parler user messages, videos, and posts leaked by security researchers. 70!
God bless the white hat.
Where do you get 70 terabytes of anything?
Listen, I mean, do you want me to tell you? Could you imagine giving people the information to destroy you because it allowed you to be racist and shitty to people? openly. Like, that's because that's what happened. That 70 terabytes of data is probably real personal data. I heard that like you had to give these people your socials and your driver's license number to be on this platform.
yes.
Instead of like, hold up.
Wow.
I barely want to give people. I barely want to give people money in the first place, let alone personally identifying information. Be like, y'all can have it. That's cool. I want I want to be anonymous where I want to be anonymous.
I'm like, look. I'm
no,
be on
the
this
tweet
platform.
is unavailable. That's a bummer. The tweet I was going to read is unavailable. They removed it.
Y'all gonna learn to take screenshots one day.
Yep, you're right.
Like that one actually was a screenshot of other tweets. That's the thing.
Are you talking about the screenshot where they was like listing everything?
Yeah.
I think it's in the chat.
I pulled that. I saved that link, so I put that link in the show notes. But that tweet's been deleted.
Imagine like somebody like just basically take all them screen all the like screen caps from the basically almost like NCIS. Basically just takes all the pictures of people's faces like in angles and then just like feeds like with that 70 terabytes through facial recognition and just being like pull all that data, be like and just pull it.
Honestly, the FBI stuff look like I was looking at the FBI pictures they posted. It looks like Google Photos. You know, like when you go through there and they'll identify images like, hey, is this so and so?
Right.
That's what it looks like. Like they just ran all these pictures through Google Photos. It's like, all right, we're gonna label it, and Google will find where they show up in multiple pictures.
But see, imagine that, and then the 70 terabytes of data on top of that, being like, boom, okay, we found who that person is. Where do they live? Whoop, right there. Ooh.
So
I mean, that's scary. That's scary as fuck, but still.
So according to this article, the scrape includes user profile data, user information, and which users had administration rights for specific groups within the social network.
I put the screenshot in there.
Okay.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit. Yes, that's it.
See, this is what I'm gonna go.
Boy, the text is super small. Let me see if there we go. All right.
Yeah, we can. Computer at hand.
Yeah, pretty much. So, like the hack, like what really gets me is the hack they use to get it.
They use Conti.
Yeah. Well, because of that access, it gave them access to the behind the login box API that is used to deliver content. All content, parlays, videos, images, user profiles, user information, etc. But what it also did was reveal which users had administration rights and moderation rights. Now, essentially what this goes on, because I can read technical shit all day, they figured out a way to reset passwords without email authentication, which allowed them to take over the administration accounts, create more of them, and use all of those accounts to pull all of this data, including, as Sin mentioned, people who shared state IDs to become verified patriots or whatever to the platform. That, like, I forget, there's a name. I forget what the account was called.
You would think you would have more security for a site like this, but considering who we're talking about, that's,
Yes, so for security, they were using a trial version of Okta, which a lot of enterprise organizations use.
Let's just talk about the fact that they were using the trial version.
The
trial version. You were using you're on mute. You were using the internet from an AOL disk made it in 1994.
Also, so just to point out too, that the security researchers only figured out how to attack it because Twilio accidentally told them where to look. Oh my goodness.
Wait, what?
So
Run that back.
in a press release announcing the decision, Twilio revealed which services Parler was using. This information allowed hackers to deduce that it was possible to create users and verified accounts without actual verification.
Wow. So Twilio out here revealing
Accidentally, like I think they just named the services and people were able to kind of deduce how to get around it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to see it.
Mm.
Hate to say it.
I mean, do you? Because
No,
I don't.
I don't.
I mean, I don't.
I'm
don't.
enjoying the shit out of it.
Let's
Retribution.
do our favorite things in literature classes for every year that I ever took English was reading a story about someone who was an utter dick and the comeuppance that came. And I'm just like,
Who knew
shame,
white
really.
supremacists and bigots were bad at IT and InfoSec?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, but I mean, they love to talk about how they're on the dark web and everything else, just doing all these dangerous hacking things, but have the nerve to run a trial of Okta and a free website. Boy, bye.
In a bit of good news, CES happened this week.
Oh, nice.
If you have an old Samsung device, you might be able to repurpose those devices to use them as maybe security cameras, baby monitors, other random things that you just need a camera and a microphone for, you know, outside of spying on you to these companies.
Baby monitor.
Mm.
So the update is supposed to be rolling out later on this year. Nothing has been released yet, but if you have some Samsung devices laying around, there you go. I'm pretty sure they're like Android apps that already do this for older devices anyway, but at least now it's an official Samsung thing with smart things and all like that. So, a medical study suggests iPhone 12 with MagSafe can deactivate pacemakers, but only, again, very gotcha headline. The real thing is, hey, if you keep an electronic device that emits signals close to a pacemaker, it will deactivate the pacemaker. Older phones will do this. This was a known quantity. They're just saying that the iPhone 12 will do it more effectively, I guess. The moral of the story is, if you have a pacemaker, do not put your phone in your front pocket. Just don't do it.
Right.
Just put it in your pants pocket. In other iOS and Apple news, Biogen launches a study to find out if Apple Watch and iPhone can detect declining cognitive health. I think that they should have rolled this out 5 years ago and gave one to Trump.
Agreed.
We would have figured this out sooner.
Yes.
Okay, but to be fair, you know, because we don't want to like be disrespectful to our disabled folks out there.
Sorry.
Also consider the man might just be evil.
Good point. Damn.
Yes.
This is why I like having you here, because you keep me honest. You keep me on the straight and narrow. They appreciate it. You are absolutely right.
Agreed.
Just might.
You are absolutely right. That was very disrespectful to me, to our disabled folks out there.
But I'm just saying that could be a factor, but also I'm still like trying to wrangle all the friends that I can to being like, could there be some mental like health issues happening over here? Like, listen, like 2000%, because oh my fucking god. But also,
I've been consulting my wife. She's the only one in this house who's read the DSM-5, so, or at least understand what's in it.
But also, like, these people who pulled up on the White House the other day were like former Olympian CEOs and other people who, and like child counselors. I am still tripping out over that one.
An elected official from West Virginia.
School teachers. I'm just like, y'all, for real?
2 cops.
You know something, Linux, while we're here, do you remember that thing you said about the 20,000 Twitter followers?
Uh-huh.
Did you know that someone got clapped up for what they did at the state capitol and they had the nerve to go, "You messed up my book deal. I'm suing you." They're going to sue the U.S. government for a book deal.
Good luck.
I feel like I know who you're talking. I feel like I've seen that.
Does this person have a last name that starts with an H?
Maybe.
I feel like I think I've seen something about that. But yeah, it's just oh my god.
We need to talk about how Anka got stuck real quick though.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, her internet just went out.
Yep.
All right, so hopefully Anka will be back shortly.
Yeah, it'll come back.
Oh boy. Germaphobes can pay about $200 for a new touchless video doorbell and doormat. I put in a tweet about this. Look, if you have already made it to my front door, you are already too close. All right, well, Anka's audio's back.
Uncle, you all right?
No.
Oh.
Oh, she's on her phone.
Yeah.
Whole internet just went out.
Oh, wow.
Whole internet just went white people. Y'all talking too much about them.
Wow.
Yeah, so apparently this is from alarm.com. I guess you can just wave in front of a doorbell and it'll ring, or you step on a doormat. You ring your doorbell. Again, if you were in my house in the middle of this whole ass pandemic, you were just way too close. If you're not delivering me mail or food, you should not be here.
Right.
Just saying.
I'm like, what?
If you what now?
If you were not here delivering me mail or food, you should not be at my front door.
Period.
In more InfoSec news, Ubiquiti software security breach. Customers asked to change their password. Ubiquiti is like a prosumer network infrastructure thing, like routers and switches and wireless nodes and all like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody here listening has Ubiquiti. I've wanted to get Ubiquiti, but yeah, like when I looked at that, I said, yeah, no, fuck that. If I wanted to do this, I would just buy a whole ass, building and hire employees. But yeah, if you are using Ubiquiti stuff in your house, I recommend that you clean that stuff up, change some passwords, and keep it moving.
Yup.
This one isn't necessarily tech related. Oh, Anka's back.
Yeah.
This is a brief internet outage, I guess. Make sure our audio is okay though before we go any further.
Mic check.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I muted myself.
There you go. All right, cool. Now we can continue. Everything is back to normal. This one isn't tech related, but it does come from a tech company. Tuesday, Apple announced that they are doing a new nationwide racial equity and justice initiative set of projects.
You know what? Nah, hold on. Nope. I'm just gonna go look this real quick. I'm gonna see something, and if I see what I think I'm gonna see, I'm just gonna be like, nah, throw it in the trash. Who's involved here, though?
I'm sorry, this wasn't on Tuesday, this was Wednesday. Sorry. Tuesday, they went on CBS and was like, yeah, we got an announcement tomorrow. Like, they couldn't announce it then, but yeah.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
They had all the tech sites wondering what they were going to announce. Like, it was going to be tangentially tech related.
My question is, who is in charge of the project? who's doing the decision making in the project, who's managing the funding for the project. I want to know.
So the initiative builds on Apple's work to advance racial equity in education, the economy, and the criminal justice system, and is led by Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, Social Initiatives, and our favorite person who got stuck on the Apple campus's roof, Lisa Jackson.
Not stuck on, put up on. They put her on that roof. I don't know why, but they put her on it.
You said Lisa Jackson from Apple? Is that who we're dealing with here?
Yes. The woman that they put on the roof for those keynotes.
Be like, hey, look at our solar panels, though. And I'm like, why are you on the roof?
To tell us that no chargers are going to be included in iPhones.
But you didn't need to be on the roof for that. You didn't need to be on the roof for that. Tim could hook that up a little bit better than he did. Why he had to put you on the roof for that? Why? Nobody else was on the roof?
So my thoughts on this, I'm going to keep it brief and kind of, like straight to the point here. I'm going to need these initiatives when they come up that involve people of color to also be led by people of color. And in this case, because they're doing all of this stuff involving Black people, I need this to be like led by Black people. Well, like, this is where I expect Apple to show up. Here's the project. We want to give you the money to do this in whatever way makes the most sense to you and works for you and stuff. Just tell us what we need to do and how much money that costs. Period. That's exactly the amount of participation that I expect Apple as a whole to have.
Did you just Google Lisa Jackson?
I may have.
So, yeah, I think that's a different person. Like, if you just Google straight up Lisa Jackson, that is a different person altogether. Because I could have sworn Lisa
Jackson Apple.
Yeah, Lisa P. Jackson is Black. Because I could have sworn it was a Black woman on the roof.
Oof.
I have, okay. So I typed in.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, Lisa P. Jackson. That's who we're looking for.
Okay. Like, I can breathe.
Look, you had me shook for a second. So I could have swore she was Black.
And I'm like, hold up, no. But no, like putting in. Okay. We can deal with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. We're good. Yeah, I had to do that real quick. So something's not added up here.
We're like, hold up.
Apparently going to build a building, the Propel Center. They're contributing $25 million to it, which is designed to support the next generation of diverse leaders, providing innovative curricula, technology support, career opportunities, and fellowship programs. Company will also invest $25 million in the Siebert Williams Shanks Clear Vision Impact Fund, which provides capital to small and medium-sized businesses with an emphasis on minority-owned companies. The fund looks to support businesses that operate in or serve underserved markets and that foster inclusive growth initiatives. And they're making contributions to the King Center as well. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah. Apple's putting some money up, try to help people of color. Let's see how long that lasts.
Mm-hmm.
And last bit of tech news for this week. We have told y'all time and time again.
A mess.
Use a password manager.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the commandments.
Keep your password safe and locked up at all times, so that way you won't be asked out of $240 million in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
You know something? At some point, Major, we're gonna have a talk about why we use password managers.
I mean, I feel like this is
like,
good. This is a good one right here.
Not necessarily just because it prevents bad things, but like literally the way that your brain is set up, y'all can't like continue to remember these real complex things, but the stuff that's easy for you to remember, isn't necessarily as secure. So it's easier for you to come up with one complex password and let the password manager handle everything else than for you to remember your Twitter login, your Facebook login, your login to Instagram and Snapchat and everything else. And then all of the email accounts, because I know y'all have more than one out here, your two-factor stuff and all this other stuff too. Like, it's entirely too much for one brain to constantly try to keep. And never mix up, because y'all are out here typing in what were the last 10 passwords I made this year and getting locked out of like 5 accounts in a row. Like, y'all can't do this. Not Anka being like, please don't talk to me like that.
I use a password manager.
Anka out here like, I didn't ask to be called out like this, but okay.
I definitely use a password manager, and I got my passwords secured.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Same.
I should be in IT if I didn't use a password manager. Excuse me.
You're like, do you know how many like passwords I got to put in on just the streaming sites alone? You think I got time and energy to be remembering everything?
Yeah,
No.
I can't stand it when I have to sign into something. I'm always like, so you know what the password is? Like, look, you just ain't watching Netflix. I'm sorry.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm not about to be out here trying to remember 16 passphrase characters every time I could sign into something. I'm not doing
That
it.
being said, I'm the person on the team who actually tried to memorize all those passwords and therefore doesn't use a password manager. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been at my job for a year, which means 2 of the passwords I use for work got reset recently. I just memorized them. Yeah. Because I use them to log into computers and I do not want to pull my phone out. So yeah, this is going to be fun for the next month and a half.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's a single password separating San Francisco-based programmer Stefan Thomas and 7,002 Bitcoin, which is worth over $240 million at the time of this writing. But fret not, this man's already rich, and he's come to peace with it. He's come to peace. He's come to peace with the fact that he's just ass out of his money. So I don't feel bad for him.
Oh, I never did. I'd be like,
Yeah.
that's on you, Sam.
How you like? How has he been using it this entire time? And then all of a sudden,
He hasn't. Again, you can put the data on a hard drive and just never have access to the hard drive. You just toss it somewhere. There are people who save Bitcoins on flash drives and the flash drives got thrown out.
Yep.
So, yeah.
sucks.
On to gaming. We have some some good news for you. Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 brought in $2.7 million in charitable donations. This is the first time this particular one was done online, even though Games Done Quick did their summer Games Done Quick online, and they even had a special COVID-related one online last year.
Hand clap the praise. Hand clap the praise.
The $2.7 million went to Prevent Cancer, to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. To be precise, $2,762,537.03 across 42,076 donations, with the highest donation being $187,084.08, and the median donation was $25.
Look,
so yeah,
it's a wonderful time.
yes, good news coming out of games this week. Y'all could use a little bit of warmth in our hearts.
It's the one time that I didn't feel like gaming it was a mistake, and gaming is going to make sure that I regret that.
Google Stadia and Nvidia GeForce Now are coming to 2021 LG TVs.
Whoa.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Should be good news, to put more of the streaming services in front of more people. Especially seeing as that, Google Stadia is like one of the best places to play Cyberpunk outside of a PC, but then without needing a beefy PC to play it. So definitely check that out on your new TVs. And seems that they're coming on the new LG TVs. I wouldn't be surprised if they start rolling them out to older LG smart TVs in the future. Star Wars. Their games are being brought under the Lucasfilm Games banner. Which a lot of people thought that Star Wars was being taken from EA, but that's definitely not the case.
I wish it was.
I don't know. Look, Battlefront 2 is pretty good, and now people will be able to enjoy it. Starting today. Jedi Fallen Order was pretty good. I haven't finished it, but it played really well. I enjoyed what I played of it. Squadrons, I heard is pretty good. I heard it's pretty good in VR. Eventually I will try it. So it's like EA's been making good games with Star Wars. It would be nice if more people got involved.
Yes.
Which
that's my thinking so too. Which
like, hey, I've got news of that too. But this also doesn't include Star Wars. Apparently this includes Indiana Jones, which I don't have an article for that, but Machine Games picked up Indiana Jones. And that was announced earlier this week too. Like that was the first game that was announced. Actually, I think it was announced the same day.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Indiana Jones to just pull from the Uncharted and like Tomb Raider like playbook and just just pull it. Just be like, I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna take some of that. Like in 4 where like Drake just like swings on like stuff with grappling hooks. Yeah, I'm gonna need that, but with the whip.
To be fair, didn't they pull from Indiana Jones? So he just technically be taking it back.
I'll take that
back.
Yeah, it's like the premise. The premise was globetrotting white boy that does what he does and is cool about it, and the one-liners. Yeah, that's definitely indie based. But it's but Indiana Jones ain't been no games for a while, so those Uncharted have been kind of like what people remember. So I think it might have to be, but just as you say, they have to pull it back and be like,
I'll see what you did with this. We'll take that. We'll be taking that.
Yeah, we need that.
Also, seeing that they're being made by Machine Games, which is dev studio is known for the Wolfenstein franchise. So, they're making another game in which a guy is, sticking it to Nazis, which, that can't be lost on people.
As long as I can whip Nazis with a whip, I'm good.
Hey, look, if that studio knows anything, it's how to fuck up a Nazi. May not be with a big ass gun. They'll figure it out.
You know what's wild? Like I was in Kmart like years and years ago, and they had like indie, and I was looking at the indie merch, and they had like this toy like whip. It wasn't like a full whip, but it was like the whip was about like yay long, like about this long, this whip. And what happens is when you swing it, it makes the whip crack sound. So I swung it, and I was like, waka! And I was like, let me put this down before I buy it. I was like, let me put this down before I buy it, because I am going to buy this damn thing.
See, I don't look to say, this ain't a look. This ain't a look I want.
This ain't a look I want, but yet I would definitely buy it. Be swinging it around like Devo. so I'm like, nah, better not.
Devo. Oh wow! All right.
Whip it good.
Crack that whip.
Okay, over here trying to sound like the Winamp starting sound.
Wow.
Winamp.
Oh my god.
Really kicks a llama's ass.
Wow, taking it so far back this episode. I love it.
Man, that brings me back. I love that. I love that.
We're gonna bring back our ICQ in a second. That's what's about to happen.
I think it still does that. I think it still does that.
I think it does. Like, I was surprised that like Winamp was still a thing in 2020.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still keep Winamp because I have my I have my MP3 file. So every now and again I have to like, especially for work, and then I have to like play it to make sure it works. So and
I
I
just switched
just love
over
that.
to VLC for that stuff, but which I need to do something on Mac because if I open up a damn MP3 on a Mac, it just opens up Apple Music. This is too much. What are we doing?
Yeah. See, I can't mix my video player with my video player with I can't mix my video player with my music player because they have to be separate. Because if you sometimes you might want to like watch one of your videos and then you got music playing and then all of a sudden, your music is plumbing out of your video. And that just fucks all the aspect ratio up. So I'm like, no.
Wait, where are these links at, Major?
In the Google Doc, which I pinned into the DM.
I thought that was from last week.
No.
Are you talking about the Star Wars Battlefront 2 was from last week, but I'll also put it in this week because it's now available today.
Mm-hmm. We told y'all we were going to remind y'all this week.
Yes. And I did. Or I will be. It's in the future. It's coming up. New Star Wars game coming from Ubisoft's The Division 2 dev will be open world. This is the second announcement coming out of all of that Lucasfilm games.
That's so cool.
I support that. As somebody who's played like a lot of a lot of Division 2, I would be cool with that. I would really enjoy that. Because I'm thinking about like how much the fun I had shooting True Sons in the face.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Ubisoft can no longer sit there and say that their games are apolitical at this point?
They certainly can't. They certainly can't because when that Capitol riot happened,
man, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now.
That really did look like that was a level in the Division 2. I played that level. We took the Capitol back. It was the True Sons. I remember this. We were in the House chambers. We were like, that desk. I was taking cover there. They were shooting from the lectern. That was me. That's when the boss came out. Like, geez Louise. Oh man.
Also, again, if Ubisoft goes unchecked at this point, they're gonna make open world games about open worlds. So, yeah.
Yeah. I love how they did that. So wild.
Bringing this InfoSec news into gaming. Hey, you remember that Capcom hack from like last month? It was worse.
Oof.
Even worse still. At least 16,415 people have been compromised.
At least.
Their personal data has been compromised by the Capcom hack.
At least. At least. Could be more. But this is at least this.
It's getting worse. And on top of a good year, they were having a great year.
They were
really on the come up.
Yeah, it was like, monster.
But they got lax. They got lazy.
Yeah. They ride that Monster Hunter. They were riding that Monster Hunter vibes that was
Resident
happening.
Evil, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Resident Evil, the remakes, it was a good time. It was a good time for Capcom. And then this year, it's like Rise is coming, like Monster Hunter Rise is coming out. That's still looking good. And I'm like, and then Village, wow.
They're supposed to have a stream about that next week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
On Village?
I think so. Nvidia introduces the RTX 3060 out next month for nobody to be able to buy.
Yeah, nobody's buying that.
No, let's be careful our phrasing. people would want to buy it, they won't be able to.
Yeah, cause scalpers though.
Oh boy. So that's what they had to announce at their CES event. But also they announced that, hey, we've got graphics cards putting in laptops now too. Also, AMD had an event at CES and they were just talking about laptop chips.
Mm-hmm.
Like they touted these big events. Like, yeah, we got things for gamers. It's gonna be great. Oh, we're just making laptops. Unless they told me that they were sending everybody an AM3080. Unless they were making a presidential speech like, you know what? A CPU in every computer and a GPU in every garage. Like, I mean...
Knock over here having a burlesque moment with this headphone.
Yes, young boy, I believe that's what they call a paper launch. I've learned that term this past year. So, yes, we all love tech that we can't buy. All right, you know I'm loving this game of good news, bad news. So now we're in streaming, and I've got some good news and I got some bad news for you. Good news is Twitch's viewership record shattered by the Grefg. 2.5 million viewers to watch a Fortnite skin. His Fortnite skin be
like he has a whole,
unveiled.
He has a whole skin in Fortnite?
Yes, apparently like he's like an esport owner, coach, person, professional gamer. I think he is from Spain.
Yeah.
He's a Spanish streamer from an EU Heretics team owner.
Viva España! Okay.
You know something? Like,
Yeah.
Like, God, congratulations to them. Like,
Hand clap press.
That's cool. That's really cool. I'm glad that happened.
So when this happened, Twitch had just tweeted the link to his channel with the little the googly eyes thing. So I was bored that day, so I clicked it. And when I got there, chat was in Spanish. He was shouting in Spanish. He was doing weird things around his desk and his camera in Spanish. I was like, I have no idea. Like, again, without any context, I didn't know. Like even the description was in Spanish. Like, I got Fortnite, and I think I discerned skin from all of this. So it was like, okay, so it's a Fortnite. They're doing something for a Fortnite skin. It was countdown and all like that. But I did not know what was happening until like he started playing music and like the music was swelling and just a whole bunch of energy was happening. It's like, oh wait, that number is high, like really high. I don't think I've ever seen that number get that. Wait, it's a 2. And then like when it went to 2 million, that's when it hit. Like, wait, nobody's ever had this many people in a Twitch chat before. I've never seen this reporting. Didn't realize, oh wait, I am a part of an historic moment and I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, that
I should have bought Anka in so she could translate for me.
Yeah, that kind of also reminds me of the time of the time I was in the stream when Pikachu Lita's boyfriend proposed to her, and I didn't know what was going on until like I came back and all I seen was hugging and crying, and I'm like, hugging and crying, and I'm like, what happened? And it's just like, oh, her boyfriend proposed to her, and I'm just like,
but at least at that point, if you had stuck around, you would have heard it, and you would have understood what was happening. Like, imagine me just sitting at my computer. I don't like what, like, it's not like I could turn to anybody. I'm in a room by myself, like, yo, I don't know what's happening. This dude, he was on a phone with somebody speaking in Spanish. I don't even know what the phone call was about. Like, I came in mid-phone call. It's like, I have no idea who the fuck he's talking to. If I heard that, if I understood that, maybe I'd know what was happening, but I don't even know who the hell he was talking to, why the hell he's dressed in a suit and is hiding around in various parts of his little room, studio, recording place. Like, even if the chat was in English, it was moving too fast. Like, it was subscriber chat moving that fast. I'm like, even if it was in English, I would have been able to read it because it was moving so fast. But yeah, eventually him hitting to 2 million, it dawned on me what was happening, why everybody was getting excited. But yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, he reached 2.5 million viewers while he was waiting to unveil his Fortnite skin.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
shout out to him.
And clap.
Shout out to him, not Fortnite, because
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. I like Fortnite. It's alright. But of course, this comes with a dose of bad news.
Yeah.
Twitch's new Pog chat rotation results in racist harassment and threats. This time against Omega Critical Bard Jones. Greeted with abuse and death threats on a Twitch clip that was, or at least from what I saw, because it even made it to the email digest of Reddit for me for Twitch. With
people are so
something being with a
disgusting.
clip of his being taken out of context.
Oh yeah.
Grossly out of context.
Gross.
But even then, when I read it, when I was reading through that thread, and people were trying to provide the context, yeah, it's like, you know, trying to convert the hearts and minds of those who were storming the Capitol. Yeah, once you're in, you're not convincing them otherwise.
You just had to say this is not going to be tolerated, and you don't tolerate it. That's how that works out.
He drank all the Kool-Aid down to the last granule of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
So for those of you, we're going to talk about this for a second because it was something I was talking with. I promise this is related, but we're going to have to take a little side journey to get here. Friend and I were talking yesterday about the concept of simplifying things when you're having discussions about things that marginalized people go through. And I was just like, you can simplify things really easily if you have the range for it, because you know how simple things can be without leaving things out, or how complex they need to be without saying more than you need to say. When you don't have that range, stuff just drops off, right? That's important for what I'm about to say. The clip in question that people had was Critical Bard saying that white lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing, period. Now, let's talk about having range. When we have those discussions, unlike my black ass in America, if you are a white person, you can probably find out what section of the world you're from. Like being Norse, or being Irish or Welsh or English, or any of these things, right? White specifically exists as a classification to be racist with.
Mm-hmm.
No lies
Right?
detected there.
Right? That's as complicated as it gets. And anybody with the range to do that would have been like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. But no, we didn't want to do that. We just wanted to be an entire bag of ass on a day that should have been a day to celebrate, because Twitch was like, because the person who was the original PogChamp emote was being an entire bag of ass.
Oh yeah.
With part 2, we're just going to rotate through different streamer faces and let them be the PogChamp person of the day. It was Critical Bard's day that he should have been able to enjoy, and he couldn't because people wanted to act a fool on that day. Then the next day was a streamer by the name of Deer, who is part of this the team Stream Queens, and does a lot of LGBTQ, and does streams and dragon things, and people showed up with the hatred and the nonsense for those streams too. Now, I want to remind everybody as we're sitting here that it was last month, in the middle of the month, that Twitch had that town hall that put me in mind of certain other attempts at a town hall that all of us here on this podcast have seen.
Yes.
I have the video for.
Yes.
And at that time, the good people of Twitch asked, we want a trans tag. And they said, we're not going to give y'all a way to do that because and their reasoning was, we hear you and we understand how important it is for y'all to be able to tag yourselves and identify in the ways that are important to you. But we feel like it puts out a risk of creating an avenue for targeted harassment.
The targets are there.
Here's a list of policies that we want to enable to avoid those things, but also really can't do anything about this because of the harassment issues that it could cause. Twitch, would you like to answer or explain where the fuck you were this week?
Crickets.
Well,
Emmett could not be reached for comment.
Crickets.
Those crickets are letting out hypersonic frequencies. I need to understand. You literally said people couldn't have something that they wanted as an identifier because it would create targeted harassment, but then targeted harassment is literally happening on your platform and you did nothing to stop it. Even though multiple people have pointed it out to you, even when it is other streamers on your platform who are hate rating and otherwise brigading people on these platforms and off your platform with evidence, screenshots, and videos to spare. You know, it's one thing when you say no, it's another thing when you say we're doing this in the interest of trying to protect you, and then you decide not to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to remind everybody while we're sitting here, welcome to January. I repeat, January. The 13th today?
14th?
Yes.
Not even halfway. Not even halfway through.
January the 14th. I would like to remind everybody that we get to see this now. It will be February in 2.5 weeks. And then there's going to be a concentrated 28 days minimum of this. And then we're going to hit June, and there's going to be another concentrated 30 days of that in between. And it's been made very clear at the very beginning of the year, y'all aren't going to do things unless we're gonna have to protect ourselves because you're not going to do it, and you're not going to put tools in place for us to do it, and you're not going to give us the things that we have willingly said we already have to build the system to protect ourselves in the first place. We'll just go ahead and do that for this one too. And also, while we're here as an example of that, I was made a mod in someone's chat last night for a Black femme-presenting non-binary woman. I would like you to, non-binary person. I would like you to know, within 1 hour of being a mod, I had to ban 3 people.
Wow.
Who were being racist in Italian because they thought I couldn't read it. So let me tell you a thing about me and Romance languages that I studied in school, and the fact that I work for Italian people. That got cut real quick, and no one even knew that it happened. And then when they found out it happened, didn't know why. Y'all, I'm tired.
Wow.
They assumed, and they assumed wrong. You chose.
They were incorrect. They chose poorly. They absolutely did. It was the choice that they made was incorrect.
Was that an indie reference?
It was.
Yeah, like I felt like it's like I knew it. I know enough about culture.
Shout out to you, Major, for picking up on that, and probably the two other people who picked up on that too as well. Yep. Big talk.
And it's so exhausting.
It is. It really is.
And it's knowing that this is going to have to be it's something that we have to deal with because we will get literally no assistance. And they have already told you straight up front that's how it's going to go down.
Exactly. Because it's the level of we are just not gonna give you what you want, what you asked for. Like we're not gonna give you what you asked for. We're gonna give you unbanned requests. And I'm like, if I banned them, they fucked up. Like I don't want to like give them the benefit of the doubt, and I've banned you. So let me turn that shit off on my own.
But I've
and then
learned
it's
my
like,
lesson.
huh?
But I've learned my lesson.
No, you ain't learning your lesson. If I banned you, then that's it. I don't want nothing to do with you and I don't want your aura stinking up my community and whatnot. I want you gone. I want you out.
Out.
So yeah. So yeah, you don't give me the best tools. You don't give my moderators the best tools. The platform doesn't have the best tools. The platform doesn't have the protections for those that you elevated to these high levels, and then you basically just put targets on them, saying like, "Hey, here's all the people that we pushed up. Now go at them." It's like you don't let people. You claim to be the platform to let people be great, but then you don't protect them as they're being great. It's like you're lax on the protection. You got guardware. All you got is like barricades and mace. That's all you got. But then I have to use the mace. I have to put my own barricades down. That doesn't help me. It doesn't help me. It's like I literally tense up every time I get a new follow, because it's like. And I see numbers and people tense up, and I'm like, maybe it's just people that just want to talk. Maybe people that English isn't that good, because sometimes I do stream in the morning, so I get a lot of Europeans. So maybe sometimes people's English isn't the best, but they want to communicate with me, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for the N word to pop up, and then I gotta ban you. Then I gotta stop what I'm doing in the middle of like Pokemon. Like there's a reason why I don't put chat on my stream. Like, there's a reason why I don't do that. I do that in just chatting because it's just chatting, and I can just delete it, whatever. But sometimes I might want to keep these VODs. Sometimes I just want to like keep a VOD and take a highlight from it. And just because you said a derogatory thing, now I got to like take it, clear it, stop whatever I'm doing, stop saving the world real quick, and then like fiddle with all this stuff going on. So I just say I'm not even gonna put chat up there. Some people like chat on there, but I don't like to put chat on there because, but yeah, it's like, yeah, Emmett doesn't give us doesn't give us the tools.
Oh wait, and this is the part that killed me about that town hall last month was just like when we talked about the whole safety thing and trying to take this seriously, and people just act like it was a meme. That's a direct quote. Had the nerve to be upset that they're just like, why wouldn't you take us seriously when we're doing initiatives to do things? And then this month happens and it's like, Emmett,
that's why
the call is coming from in the house.
Yes.
This is why. This is exactly why.
This is why. We literally
literally
show you the reason
in front of the car, like.
It's like, yeah, it's like how many at Twitches do we have to do at Twitch support for this shit to go?
And I want you to know that we're on, like, since that day has happened, every time someone marginalized has been an emote of the day, there has been a blow up about it. So far, we're on day consecutive number 3.
So like February is gonna have to be like gird our loins, and then it's gonna be even rough for some people like me, because it's gonna be rough because it's my birthday, and so now I'm like, okay, birthday stream gonna be doubly careful. Black History Month and my birthday.
Me too.
Oh, you too?
Me too.
Both y'all birthdays next month? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always say we so awesome, we don't need all 30 or 31 of our days. Too much awesome contained in one month.
It should be Black History year. Every year.
There is an initiative called 365 Black where they just take it's everything, and strangely enough, it's run by McDonald's.
Well,
So yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay.
I mean, it's like literally. Well, we wouldn't have jazz, we wouldn't have country, we wouldn't have half of our clothing choices, we wouldn't have agricultural skills. Like, what would
have
be
console gaming?
We wouldn't have gas masks, we wouldn't have flashlights, or like we wouldn't have like stoplights, gas masks, or like there's just a lot. What would we have here? What would we have here?
Seasoning.
No, you wouldn't have it.
No, I wouldn't have seasoning now.
Also, I want to point out too, like Sin writing his experience with that in that chat, like talking about like just so you know, I can read Italian. It kicked me back to that Boondock episode of that kickball game.
Oh,
where they were all speaking Chinese around Huey, and he responded and whooped all that.
Can we just talk about that for a second? My favorite thing is someone being like, you are both Black and American, so that means ×2 you don't know things. And I just look at people and I'm like, my favorite thing at work was the first time I got to head over to our offices and they were talking about some stuff, and I didn't know the language well enough to speak it, but I knew well enough to understand what I was hearing or reading. And so they would be having a talk about something, and what I would do is just physically respond by doing things around whatever they were talking about. And they was like, wait, he understands what we're talking about over here. And I'm like, and I just wrote on this piece of paper, folded up and slid it across the table. Yes, I do. Would you like some water or some coffee? Would you like to take a walk? And I didn't, like, it was just one of those, don't, like, understand something. Just don't be disrespectful. Like, we will just go ahead and catch you slipping and issue you the ban for the appropriate response. Anyway, we can localize that for you. Hands speak all languages.
I heard what you said.
Hands are like Google Translate.
You want to know what's funny? Listening to someone say something in a foreign language, hoping that they didn't hoping that you didn't understand them, and then responding in English and then waiting to see if it registers.
So you can catch los malos.
You know what's my favorite videos? It's like my favorite videos are like this like white guy. He goes to Chinatown in New York, and he's going.
I know
to,
exactly what you're talking about.
He basically goes. Yeah, Gemma, and he basically goes in, and he like first he'll talk in English, and then he'll like order stuff, and then all of a sudden he'll just be like pitch perfect Mandarin, pitch person Cantonese, pitch person like what's like one was like Fujian.
Yeah, the Southern Chinese dialect.
It's a hard, rare dialect.
What for Chinese? It's like Hokkien, I think, is what it's called.
It's like Hokkien.
It was like Fujianese or something like that.
It was something with an F, but I never remember. It was like, and it's just like it's this like rare, like region specific dialect that maybe like 2% of Chinese actually do speak, and it's like my man broke that out perfectly. He was like, do you speak Mandarin or Cantonese? He's like, Mandarin. Boom, full Mandarin. He says, oh, do you speak Cantonese? Boom, full Cantonese. And I'm just sitting there looking like, this is amazing.
One of them was like, you speak better than I do.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, one was like, could you teach my daughter this?
Can we be friends?
Mandarin, do you speak it?
Yes.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yep.
Believe it or not, I do. Yeah.
I was like, that's the type I love, where it's like, you're on notice.
Mm-hmm.
Next time tweet. Next time text.
Yeah,
Don't let me hear you.
No matter what it is that we try to do,
Mm-hmm.
they ain't gonna let us have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We're gonna
they
have to
won't.
take it. We gonna
They
have to
won't.
take it. We gonna
Yeah.
take what's ours.
No, I mean, here's the thing. They want to. It's just.
Oh no, I'm not talking about Twitch.
You know, no,
No,
I mean,
I
it's
ain't
just,
talking about Twitch. They
Mm-mm.
want to give it to us, but it's almost like when I ask my son for something, like, "Hey, Katie, can you hand me that?" And he'll just like plop it at my feet.
Like, yeah, dang.
Like that's
Mhm.
not what I asked for.
They'd be like, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm not gonna give it how you want me to give it to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. Like we gonna make you great. Imagine like the platform makes you great, but doesn't really protect you from the shenanigans that the platform holds upon you. And I think that in itself is true, because it's like, dude, you want me to be great. You love us on the platform. You love making them. We love to see when you do the clips and everything. Like, oh, it's so great when I see Cheese and SMB and Cup out here thriving and looking good with the Twitch clips. But then it's like, can you give us the tools we need to protect ourselves on the platform, please?
Nah, that's too much effort.
Yeah.
I'm too busy making these clips.
well,
Yeah,
like the thing is, it's just one of those things where I just look at stuff and I'm like, again, having to like just sit here with the realization on like the deepest level, whatever they aren't doing because they don't want to, not because they can't, but because they do not want to.
Mm-mm. You right. You right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sad tale right there. It's like, they don't want to, but I'm like, at some point it's gonna happen.
What Michael Jackson say? They don't really care about us.
Yep.
And well, and here's the thing, right? At least be honest about it if that's the situation. It makes me mad when the CEO of the company gets on acting like, oh no, my feelings are hurt because y'all don't take us seriously when it comes to this trust and safety stuff.
We don't take you
Ask
seriously.
questions
Do
about
something
what
about
we're
it.
doing. When we ask you to do something, you don't do it. When we have obvious problems that we draw attention to, you don't do anything about it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you expect us to do? What response were you expecting?
Mm-hmm. Like I'm looking at you like, I don't believe you. I think we just need to hold the whole thing of like, we don't, like, Emmett, we don't take you seriously. Now you can say whatever now, and I'm gonna keep until you show me differently. I don't care. Yeah, cute story, bro, but you're full of bullshit. Next, like, that's about it.
Thank
That's
you.
about it. Until I get what I asked for, you're full of shit, Emmett. Next. That's it. Once we start doing that, because the one thing that a lot of these dudes hate is when they're not taken seriously when they need to be taken seriously.
I mean, don't they need just never? You know what?
We just have to play with their pride and stuff.
And this is the other thing too. While we're here, we're on their platform talking about all this
but
other
you ain't
stuff,
saying
right?
that.
The reason that I'm talking about all of this the way that I am is because
Right.
I care about
Oh yeah.
this space that I'm in. And if I didn't, I would just be like, oh, well, I mean, it's not me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I care about things. I have people that I care about on this platform, friends and relationships that I made for this platform. I would not know this crew of people if it weren't for this platform. And that's why it pisses me off to know that they're constantly in danger of people like coming after them in all of their spaces, trying to dox them and damage their mental and emotional health with all of this random, unnecessary, misdirected hatred just because they exist.
Just for existing.
Y'all are tired and ashy, and I need y'all to stop.
The devil. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
The devil.
The entire devil.
The whole Beelzebub. Right there. The devil.
Not the devil.
The devil.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying Emmett's the devil, but I'm saying his actions, the devil.
You know something? We're gonna be talking about this, and y'all have already seen me be spicy on Twitter, and y'all are gonna get the entire season in cabinet. So let Major get to these software and hardware updates, please.
Yeah.
While I get some ice cream.
It's in an effort to
Listen, I need some comfort food after that.
Hey,
Okay,
you good? You good?
Dude, me too.
Get your ice cream, man.
Luckily, I had some ice cream before we started.
I had a Frosty and a Reese's.
I think we got ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah. So before we go any further, apparently when you order food from Chili's, or at least I don't know what my wife ordered, but apparently she ordered a cookie came with our meal. We thought it was icing until I picked it up and I realized how cold it was.
Oh.
Realized that she had been throwing away ice cream this entire time.
Oh wow.
Nobody bothered to pick it up until that.
I'll be.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was very delicious. Anywho, all the software, hardware updates. Of course, last week, man, we talked about a lot of shit last week that we're talking about again this week. I said, hey, there's an Nvidia update. You should update it. Didn't know what it was for, but now we do. It wasn't to fix any graphical things. It was to fix a security thing. Which I probably wouldn't have included it if it was just like, hey, it's a game update. But when I saw after we wrapped up the show that it was a software, it was a security update, I was like, oh yeah, we need to put this on here. So yes, please, if you do have any Nvidia cards, update your cards. There's a security flaw. Let's see. The most severe of all is a vulnerability found within the kernel mode layer handler, whatever. It is rated 8.4 on the widely used CVSS vulnerability scale due to the potential for denial of service or escalation of privileges possible if a nefarious actor did make their way onto your system to install it. So it does not seem like it is a hardware related thing. It's yeah. There are some GeForce related, there are some gaming related stuff, some other driver stuff, but again, the most important bit is that it does patch some security vulnerabilities in the GPU display drivers. So please update your graphics cards. He seems upset about his ice cream choice.
Oh, that's tahini right there. What, like tahini?
Is everything all right?
Listen,
that's gelato.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm.
But continue.
For those who are still rocking old iPhones, there is a 12.5.1 update on iOS for old iPhones to fix the COVID-19 exposure notifications. If you're rocking an old iPhone, why? Just that question alone. But again, I know of at least two people who were still rocking iPhone 6 and 6S. I have an iPhone 6S here, but I don't use it as my daily driver. I just have it because I just have it. I was going to use it for drones, but then my drone flew away. Actually, it flew away using the very phone. Using that very phone. I still maintain the argument if I had actually used my iPhone 11. I maintain the argument that if I was still using my iPhone 11, if I was using my iPhone 11 Pro, when that drone flew away, or at the day when that drone flew away, I would still have that drone. I actually, part of me blames the phone. But like 99% of that blame is on me for taking it out on a windy day. But then also a pandemic happened, so that also curbed my search efforts. Like we were in lockdown the following week. So yeah. There was a lot of extenuating circumstances as to why I lost the drone. But yeah, if you are still rocking an old iPhone and you're still out and about, please update your iPhone. Fix those COVID-19 exposure notifications. Even though I've heard, especially North Carolina, it takes forever to get the PIN. Like if you test positive, to get the PIN to put into the app to let people know that you tested positive, it takes forever. Like you could have had the virus and recovered from it by the time you get the PIN.
I don't even get alerts.
That's the thing. It also depends. Like it also relies on people using the damn thing. So, like my thing is like I'm walking around blissfully ignorant. Like I have the app, everything is on. I have it on both of my phones, my iPhone and my Pixel. Nothing is saying anything, so I'm hoping that I'm either not around people at all, or people who don't test positive.
Oh, we sure get that curfew notification though.
Yeah, still get those.
About to see another one come up soon, I'm sure.
Probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we are.
Also, if you are using any BattleNet, if you're using the BattleNet client, there is the 2.0 update that just came out. I've not updated mine, so I don't know.
I didn't even touch BattleNet.
I think mine's okay. I want to say.
But yep, if you want to have a new thing to look at while Call of Duty is filling up your hard drive.
But not more than 8 megabytes of the game will crash. Wait, no, that's Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still not crafted in that game. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, while we're talking about Cyberpunk, do we want to talk about how they try to
right. That's right. I'm tired of talking about Cyberpunk. That's why I didn't include it. But actually, I do feel like that's something that does need. No. That is something because like somebody brought it up, and it's something I overlooked. It was something overlooked, and how. So Cyberpunk put out their apology for console players and released their roadmap, which was very, very vague.
I laughed when I saw that roadmap
because they put lines on a bar that said 2021, but no dates, none of that.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. They put out a roadmap. They apologized, but they put the blame squarely on QA.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that is
there's
bullshit.
no
because I'm gonna tell you
they missed it. The QA they missed some things and we let it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Gloss. If you ever seen Gloss, yeah, Gloss and Gadgets. Gloss broke it down in her tweet by saying that QA generally gets the blame but it's really producers who decide. All QA does is find the bugs, and it's up to producers to be like, we need to get this fixed before the build goes out.
Okay, so I know Linux does. Actually, do all of us work in software?
I'm hardware based. I'm hardware,
but just tech in general.
Oh, tech in general, yeah.
Okay, now between like all of us in tech, right? Which ones of us are in hardware? Are in software.
I'm a Linux admin.
Does that fall under the scope of a junior system admin?
Yes.
Okay.
As a system administrator, yes, it does.
So in the role that I have, so I think everybody here will be able to kind of confirm what I'm about to say. I work, let's step back into like out of gaming and in particular to just software development in general. You have people who write whatever code it is. You have things that are meant to test the code. It's either scripts they create or like processes that they make, and people who are responsible for testing that. But above all of this, you have people who are in charge of like managing resources. This many people need to take this much time to work on this particular feature or set of features in order to put this whole thing together. And then you have a person, usually the same people, but sometimes different people who make those decisions and also go, when we find out that something is wrong, we either go, that's important and we need to fix it, or that's not important and we don't, or it's we can do that, but we'll do it at a later time, like a separate phase or something. So we have, this is what's important for us to get out the door. This is what isn't. The people who make the decisions about what does and does not get fixed are not the people who find the problems. And I need y'all to understand that. And Gloss talked about that because she works in editing and localization and has to contact developers often. They will find stuff, she will find stuff and go, this is an issue. And the people who are usually pretty far removed don't have to write anything or whatever, are the people who then go, this isn't important. We need, like, so we're not going to spend the time to fix it. We're going to just push this out the door. And then they're usually the first people who come back and then yell at the people who went, we saw the same problem you did. We didn't have the authority to go and fix it. And we're not sitting, like, it's not our job to mutiny and be like, we're gonna fix it anyway and be the heroes. Literally, you have people whose job it is to direct those resources. And when those resources tell you, listen,
games broke. The
you know,
game's
it's like
broke.
me sitting and like to make this a little bit less tech oriented, but give you a relevant example. Imagine me being in the passenger seat or the back seat of a car with a phone and a GPS while Linux is driving. If I tell him that's your turn and you're about to miss it, that's your turn and you're about to miss it, and he decides to just drive straight past what I just said, y'all can't be mad at me with the GPS because we're late. I told him the turn was right there. But here's what Linux and by extension Cyberpunk did. Well, I mean, he was back there with the GPS and he knew where the turn was supposed to be. I don't know why he didn't tell me to make that turn, but we're here now, so it's whatever. No, it's late. Not like now we can't even go. We can't even have fun at the party that we intended to go to because we're that late now. Oh, well, that sucks, I guess.
Damn.
How come you can't? Why can't you read a map, though? Why can't you read a map? And it's kind of like, if y'all were sitting in that back seat with me and the amount of times I told him that this was the turn he needed to make and he missed it, if y'all saw how many times I tried to call y'all didn't want to pick up your voicemail, maybe you wouldn't say anything to me. Y'all need to back up off me before I fight you. So I'm gonna need y'all to leave devs alone and start coming for the people you need to be coming for, which are usually
the managers.
Everybody
who getting paid.
VP of software development, those people. Like the devs are just like, listen, if they don't allocate time to do it, I can't do it. Because here's the other thing too. If they do things other than what their time is allocated to do, they can get fired and y'all aren't paying them.
Well,
and then all that hard work. So it's like, it's either I say something or I don't, and I just still have a job, you know. So, but when you put that much pressure on somebody to and then hope that they make a good decision, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna put this pressure on you, and then I'm gonna hope that you make that good decision. Fuck out of here. No.
Also, here's the other thing too. Those QA people who are testing have people who are above them to make sure that cycle works so as few mistakes as possible. Now, it's impossible to catch everything, but the amount of bugs that they had, someone saw that and they decided, nah, it's fine. I need y'all to understand.
We gotta get it out December 10th.
We'll fix it in the patch. We'll throw a couple of patches out, but then it's like, yeah, who gonna have to work on the patches though? You know, like if they like, I mean, you could have just took the 2 extra weeks and fixed it to get it at a stable place.
Well, I don't know. Just release them release it on all platforms at the same time, even if you had to delay it again.
Right, because at least I would rather have a stable build that maybe not as feature rich as I hope, but it's stable and it still fits my core thing, and then we can go ahead and put the fringe benefits in there.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I can see if it was like there are optional systems that were broken with that game.
Right.
But
no, that game plays fairly well.
it makes me
It's
so
the-
angry
it's-
because it's one of those, that the people that you're blaming are people who literally don't have the option to do anything about it if you didn't let them.
Right.
Yeah, the thing that was broken with the console version was trying to get the assets to stream to wherever it needed to go as quickly as it could. And they knew that they could not do that on a previous gen console, even though they promised it. Like, he ultimately said, like, yo, we promised you the world, and we thought we could do it, but we couldn't.
But we didn't do it because it was the developers' fault.
Yeah. Get that bullshit out of here. Let's save some people some money. We're gonna move on to deals. Of course, this time we got a very special tech related deal. If you are a student, you're going back to college and you want to watch some TV because you know you're gonna be in your dorm more often than not because there's still a whole ass pandemic outside.
Whole ass Panera Bread.
Whole ass Panasonic. Yeah.
$2 a month for Hulu. I believe this is the ad supported version. Regularly $6. So if you're a student, or if you can figure out some way to get student prices, again, I'm not going to judge you. I wouldn't do it. I don't. I actually pay full ad free price. But hey, if you can swing it to get Hulu for $2 a month on the student plan, there you go. Again, said we remind you, and this is your reminder. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is free on Epic Game Store right now on PC.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Get it immediately. I need to follow my own advice and actually do that.
Yeah, I copped it, but I haven't downloaded it yet.
So if you can, do that. At least claim it. And then when you eventually can get a hold of your new Ryzen CPU and your Nvidia GPU, or even your AMD GPU, if you can get a hold of any of this stuff, you'll at least have a game to play.
Yes. That's what I've been telling my like non-PC playing friends, like, just get the games. Just get you an Epic account. You don't even have to have the thing installed. Just get the games and just like claim them. And that way, when it's time, when you do decide, if you decide you want to play the game, you'll have a fresh like crop of games to play.
Just make sure that when you build this future PC, get your storage right. Young has just brought it to my attention that this game is over 100 gigabytes.
Oh yes.
I forgot this was actually one of the this is when games actually started getting big. Like that was a big headline for Battlefront 2 before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
Ooh.
Red RDR 2 was the biggest game until Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, and now all we could talk about is Call of Duty.
Ooh.
So yeah, make sure your storage is right when you pick up this game. And Bomber Crew is free in the Humble store for the next couple of days. So looking for a small little title, that isn't, Call of Duty or Battlefront. Bomber Crew. I did claim that one because that one was easier for me to claim than the Epic one, even though I can claim the Epic game and their website too, but I didn't think about that until just now.
Yeah, I think I have that on on Amazon Games. That was free. But yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if I have it there. I wouldn't be surprised if I have it there too.
Probably so, but I definitely will cop that on Humble Bundle.
Also, because this is a winter sale, Sekiro Shadows Out Twice is 35% off. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicle Edition 40% off. Nier Automata Game of the Yorha Edition 50% off. RDR2 Ultimate Edition 40% off. Yakuza Like a Dragon 25% off. Hat in Time 50% off. 7 Days to Die, 66% off. Void Bastards 60% off. And that sale runs through January 28th. But again, you have 2 days.
I think Void Bastards.
Bomber Crew.
I think Void Bastards is also free on Amazon Games.
It was on Game Pass too.
Yeah, it was on
I'm
Game
not
Pass.
sure
too.
if it still is. But yeah.
Let me go open up my Amazon Games and see.
Yeah, so I think that's it. We made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Made it through another show.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
So of course
did good,
it's that time of the evening where I ask what y'all got going on. I'm gonna start with Sin this time.
It's 10%.
So what do we got going on here?
What you got going on, bud?
Well, surprisingly, things. So I got Monday off, so I think I'm going to spend some time redoing my starting screens and everything again. It is an eternal form of torment that we have happening. But then also next week, I'm going to be playing a tabletop game.
Yeah, I saw you sent that tweet out. I made sure to retweet that.
So it is my first time playing a game called Scion, and in that game, I am playing a character whose name is Everett. This is spoilers, so y'all have surprise next week. But I'm playing a character whose name is Everett, and he is a DJ. There's a particular thing that he finds out that he has a parent who is a literal god, but he has to learn which one. It's kind of the whole thing. So if you like the Percy Jackson movies, you're going to enjoy this. And of course, because I had the choices to do so, my divide pair of choice is your Reuben. So we're going to have African flavors up in here. Very Killmonger versus T'Challa vibes.
Nice.
You had me at T'Challa. You bum bag.
There's aside from that, I'm also going to be doing I'm hoping to get some quality writing time in. Y'all are going to get tired of seeing me at tabletop streams, but that's okay. We're going to talk about those a lot. So now when we come to when we come to these Tech Talk Thursdays, y'all are going to be asking me about adventures. I'm going to have like a small 2-minute story to share. The other thing is, in this week in upgrades, because I've been ordering like small pieces of things from Amazon, this week's was a shoe rack.
Oh.
So like my roommate put one downstairs and I'm like, I really need one of these to organize my closet. So I ordered one and it just got here and it took like 5 minutes to assemble and now all of my shoes are on it. And the way that it just adds structure and space to my closet, I'm so here for it.
They are.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
I think I'm gonna need a shoe rack as well.
You know something? I will hit you with the link that I used to order that one.
Appreciate you.
If I have more than three pairs of shoes.
Or alternatively, Dollar Tree has like those dollar container things. I put my shoes in there and put them up on the top shelf in my closet.
Oh, yeah.
Protect the shoes, organized.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take this moment to talk about recommendations. So I was talking to everybody about this earlier, and I'm still serious about it.
We need to do something about that.
I need another monitor and a monitor arm.
Yeah, so you got them recommendations. Please feel free to hit up Sinziak _beta. I know I submitted my suggestion for monitor arms. Monitors, on the other hand, yeah, I'm still rocking like 1080p display. So when you showed me yours, you were already beyond what I got right now.
Wait, do you want one that swivels or one that's like stand straight up?
Do you mean, am I having a widescreen or a vertical screen? Or what are we talking about here?
Well, yeah, just like a vertical monitor mount that mounts to your desk.
Well,
I think the one that Major suggested has a rotating option, so I can do that whole thing.
It does. Like I told you, I've got two of my one in my office, and I've used one here. For the one I have in here, it has my gaming monitor on one arm and like a 24-inch Lenovo that I've turned on its side for chat. So my chat and my task manager sits on this vertical screen.
Oh yeah,
So that's a thing that I need because I have a lot of things that I do that just currently I'm trying to like this screen, like let's just talk about this stream that we're in. I have things snapped to each corner of the screen right now. Like that's happening. That is a normal thing, is like I have something snapped to the left and snapped to the right all the time because I always have to have like 2 windows open whenever I'm working with other people about stuff, and I have to do that a lot. So I'm like, I've been trying to kind of wait things out and not like just buy a whole bunch of things at once, but I'm like, okay, this is getting to be a desperate situation. I've got to get this other monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, and I also replaced these ear cups. I found out that these are surprisingly easy to replace.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, like there was a little splash of color that wasn't there before. I couldn't place it. Is it new headphones? Like, has he always had those headphones?
Yeah,
But yeah,
I noticed as well, and I was like, oh, okay.
That being said, like trying to replace the headbands on these things is like an act of God, so I'm not doing it. Like you literally have to disassemble the entire headphone to replace these. With these ear cups, you can just like pull off or like pull on.
Wow.
And I thought it would be really difficult, but it wasn't. It was not.
Dope. Aga!
Me.
Yes, you. What you got going on?
I also took Monday off.
But did they not give it to you, or you?
Oh no, they gave it to me this time.
Oh, okay. Like you just took it. Like, nah, it's mine.
It's a shame I have to rush to do this, but oh yeah, they gave it to me. I made sure I put in the comments.
So it is not a day off that the company gives you. You had to request a day off.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I work for an Asian company, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't
Gotcha.
like they honor all the other federal holidays except Monday.
Okay. See, now that you said that, I was with you, but then you said that. It's like, okay, now I'm not with you. Now I'm back out. I was in, but now I'm back out. What's going on?
Literally, all the other ones, but that I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like obviously this conversation is being spurred from a tweet I made earlier today, saying, "Hey, I'm a federal employee. I keep forgetting that I have MLK off." I'd asked my wife today, "Is like, did I have it off last year? I don't remember because I'm so used to working in private sector where I did not get that day off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a lot of days off.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, like I got an email saying, yeah, you got MLK off. Like, wait, do it? Oh, this is nice. I'm sorry, but continue.
Oh no, you're good. Other than that, I'm just want to see how these next few days are going to play out until the inauguration. Even after that, I told my dad not to go to work. So anybody in any state capital, right now, y'all just be careful, please, because these people have lost their minds.
Yeah.
They ain't got time for it. The ashiness is out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So.
For real.
Okay.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing much going on. Just chilling, you know.
Cool. Doing that run, was it one riff a day?
Oh yeah, I've been doing that guitar challenge every day, which is great. I learned the song I was trying to play, but now I gotta get the notes to come out right. And then I also started learning the Animal Crossing Wild World theme, like really learning it, and it's coming out pretty good. I posted it on my Instagram. So
Young, talented, gifted Black folk. This is amazing.
I'll be trying. I'm struggling, but I'm doing it.
I'm doing a lot better than all these other folk. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kev,
Mm-hmm.
what you got going
on? Probably not too much. Ooblets has like firmly and affixed on my time, and like trying to also not play a lot of Pokemon, but wanting to like basically wanting to say I want to stream Pokemon, but I don't want to. But I want to play Pokemon often. Like I'm gonna play it a lot. But I'm like, yeah, no, you can't stream it. So I'm like, what if I just stream it all the time?
I mean,
like all of it. Like, you know what? I got some tired days. Let me go stream that.
I mean, it
so
works for day to day.
Yeah. So I just been loving that. I just been loving on that, and taking time to do some Dragon Quest, because that game is very fun, and got to the point where it was like, hey, it's just not just me running around. It's an actual cool hip dude named Eric. I think his name's Eric. Like, and we're doing adventures together, and he's a thief, and he's cool, and such, and playing that game and enjoying that, and also decided to try out the Discovery Plus, which is not like movies or anything. It's just basically like all TV shows. It's like all
like HGTV, Food Network, Cooking TV, and all like that.
Yeah, everything's on it. So I've been like watching like Mark Summers Unwrapped, which is like very dated. It's hella dated.
When I start streaming, you can watch this Mark Summers.
Yeah. Oh, yep. There you go.
Yeah. The best one. The best version.
The best one. The best Mark Summers. So I've been watching that, and just been watching like, oh, look how this got made and that got made, because I love shit like that. And then to find out you can have like, I think it was like 25 seasons of like how it's made, and and mind you, that is my literal. I literally don't want to like watch anything on the news and social media. I just want to watch like aircrafts, like airplanes be made and whoopie pies and whatever. Just put that on, and it's like white noise for me. It relaxes and calms me. So I've been doing that.
I think I know how to solve a recent dilemma in my house now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
my wife has now run out of TV shows to watch, and we have 6 months of Discovery Plus through Verizon.
Oh,
that I have not activated yet, just because I don't want to do it. I don't have to deal with it.
Trust me.
Yeah,
literally,
I'm feeling that I'm gonna have to do that.
Yo,
now.
it's like all of the shows. It's like sitting down and watching Mythbusters. That's been great.
It's not that. It's the Food Network stuff.
Oh, the Food Network stuff?
It's going to be the Food Network stuff. It's probably going to be like the Tiny House stuff, like all that Food Network and HGTV.
Mm-hmm.
If I put that in front of her for 6 months, I may not hear from her again.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a bad thing.
Funny enough, my guilty pleasure, Vanilla Ice Project.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
the man was a terrible rapper, but man, could he build a house?
Yeah, I've seen that. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, best thing he's done
since joining the Insane Clown Posse.
So yeah, I've just been watching that, and playing copious amounts of Mancala, and that's pretty much what I got going on.
Up that game too. I saw you tweet about it.
Dude, it's on sale, bro. Digital.
I bought 2 Switch games already. Yeah, I might have to pick up a third.
Yeah, digital is the way to go with that game, because you can literally just be like, oh, there'd be some times I'm like, well, I got Pokemon already in it, so I don't need to move it. But I could just easily just like play a few games of Mancala on Impossible. And yeah. Like Mancala, President.
I have not played Mancala in like it has to be like decades at this point.
That's one of the reasons. I mean, it's like 51 games.
When I saw them announce it and I saw that Mancala was on, I was like, I've got to get this game, but it wasn't they were announcing it and I kind of forgot about it.
Right.
So it wasn't until you tweeted was, oh wait, yeah, that game did come out. I should, yeah.
I bought it full price, and I never buy games.
Yeah,
full price.
while I wait for these videos to remux and stuff for the edit, Yeah, I will probably be picking it up.
Yeah, trust me. Sitting on my living room playing President and Pig's Tail and Takoyaki and like fucking like I love President. Like you're gonna be yelling downfall a lot. Downfall. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
I yelled too many things in this house already. Is that it for you?
Oh yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, Matt Collar's great.
So yeah, obviously now I'll be downloading some nice little board games. I forget what the little collection of games is, but I'll be downloading that on top of Scott Pilgrim, which came out today. I downloaded, picked up Hades as well. I do not know why it took me so long to buy that game, but I finally bought it today too. I figure if I'm gonna pick up Scott Pilgrim, I'll pick up Hades too. So I finally picked those up. They were downloading this evening, so I've not been able to play them yet, but I'm definitely gonna try digging into that. As much as I like playing Cyberpunk, I hate sitting at my desk to play video games. Especially if I want to play something while the TV's on, and I can't do that while I'm trying to absorb the story of Cyberpunk. So I kind of want that, sit on the couch, play video games. So now I have 3 Switch games to play now to do that. You know what? I'm not even going to say the whole eventually I'll stream again thing. Just move on past that.
Yep.
Quite frankly, I'm here mainly for Thursdays, and if I do stream any other day other than Thursday, it's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it. But yeah, that's about it.
You better set boundaries in this house in 2021.
That's the way I see it too. Like, dude, just
honestly, again.
Be like, I have invited you to the vibe. Don't get it twisted. I can revoke those invites, okay?
Just like Kev saying, like, look, like Vanilla Ice Project is his guilty pleasure. Sadly, Cyberpunk has been mine. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I do not play a game. I very rarely play a game multiple times, let alone back to back.
Right.
But after I finished Cyberpunk the first time, I tried to play some of the side missions, realized that, okay, I'm not getting what I want out of it doing it that way. So I started from the beginning, started playing through a different backstory. So I started off, the first playthrough was Corpo. I'm not playing a street kid now. I'm trying to get that. I don't think I'm gonna play as Nomad because that's just too much redneck for me. Like a black guy in the dust. Like, no, I'm okay. I don't need that.
I'm good, kid.
Both of my also to say that both of my V's have been black. I started as the male character. Now I'm the female V for the street kid, which is interesting. It opens up different options. It's one, as much as, we consider, say, Cyberpunk definitely did not do their best when it came to trying to represent in terms of representation. Like, they do acknowledge pronouns, but yeah, that's about it's about the only good thing I got to say outside, from a identity standpoint. If it was just a game and they did not do any of that other shit fucked up, I can't deny that the game, like the mechanics, the gameplay is pretty good, but the presentation, the presentation of that game is just shit. Don't play that on a console, and yeah, be careful where you play that game anywhere else because it will break on you like a motherfucker. But yeah, that's about it though. I've just been trying to chill, trying to, survive mentally and emotionally, and again, because of 2020 and 2021, physically through all of that, like doing nothing but being exhausted and in some sort of pain because of what you're experiencing everywhere else kind of sucks. Look, the mind is powerful. Just keep that in mind. You got to make sure you take care of your mind because that will affect everything else.
Yeah.
That's not some spiritual shit. That is some medical facts. When it feels like a damn seatbelt is tightening on your chest and you sitting on your couch, that's a problem.
Yep.
Uncle, what are we doing?
Okay. I was gonna say, Uncle, don't think I don't see you with that deal with them glasses
Exactly.
on. Like,
It's like, what the hell is happening down there?
I'm sitting there like, Mark, I'm like, Major, I'm finna let you finish, but what you got on your face? Don't think I don't see that now.
And this is why I come to this show. This is why I don't mind hosting this show each and every Thursday.
Yep.
Because this is the levity that I need. This is the weight lifting off of me every week. And I thank these wonderful people for putting up with me and any issues that come through these streams.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that this is the end of the show. Because so far, nothing is broken.
Oh, don't say that.
Look, we're at the end now. We're done. So let's shit happens after I hit stop stream. I think we're good. Which, to be fair, something did happen last week. The show miraculously erased off my hard drive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
But luckily, your boys got software to scrape it off of the internet. So
good.
Good. But yeah, thank y'all everybody for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for January 14th, 2021. Again, please stay safe out there. Again, happy inauguration. Please be careful. If you ain't got to be out in the streets, do not be out there.
The pandemic's not over because you're tired of being in the house.
It's definitely not.
The pandemic's not
over.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. That one right there. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but no. You let us do all the quality assurance, and we're going to make sure it's all right for you because we love you. Thank you all so much. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace.
Wakanda forever.